Hello, people. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. We got a great show planned. It's gonna be fun, baby. But we're going back to Peridia. So you better find a space whale and hang on as we jump into the rundown. We got question of the week, Holonet news, including Ahsoka Season 2 wraps filming, plus some links if we want to go there. Timothy Oliphant wants to know what happens to Cobb Vanth in the Mando universe. We're going to hear about that. And last but not least, we have some new images dropped of the Knights of the Old Republic game remake, and it looks good. It looks really good. I'm actually really excited about that. But first, let's meet tonight's crew. We got the guy flying this space whale, Hu Yang Dan, the pilot.
What's up? How you Yang doing? I'm pumped to be here, flying this little, what do they call the Millennium Falcon? Anyway, a hunk of junk.
This hunk of junk.
Yeah,
it's a space whale. You're flying a space
whale. Oh, it's
a
space whale.
Yeah.
Sorry, save the whales.
The Purgle.
Purgle. I thought they were. What was it in the Lego movie? It wasn't Purgle. It was like.
Oh yeah, the
Porgle. Porgle. Maybe
Porgles.
that's what we're flying.
That's probably more up our. That's probably more our speed. The Porgles.
Yeah, we like that speed. So.
Portal speed. Engage.
Speed on. Engage.
Speed on. All right, and last but definitely not least, we got.
Oh gosh, why is there such a dramatic?
She's
pause?
she's the Jedi of the year. I had to find my spot. Sorry, she's the Jedi of the year. The Ahsoka fact checker.
Yeah.
She has spoken.
Oh wow.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
that's
giving
the
you
rule.
carte blanche.
I have all the force.
There's going to
power.
be no protect the fact checker tonight because
I
you
don't need it.
you are.
I have spoken.
Happy birthday.
Oh, what the? She said, "I love this song, y'all." So yeah, good job.
It
Dan.
is a great song.
It's fun.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely a great
sweet.
song.
But yeah, doing good. So yeah, actually, speaking of my birthday, I got you guys some gifts.
Which this is not right.
Well, no, it's fun.
You're not supposed to do
Something's
that.
wrong with this.
It's just the timing because I got super excited once this stuff started happening and I couldn't wait. So
So we got to open our
Can you
gifts,
open them?
which
Yeah.
doesn't make, again, this is
And
wrong,
it doesn't matter.
but this is how sweet and nice the fact checker
No.
is and why
Right.
we should celebrate the fact check even more so because she's
No.
so kind. All right, I'm going to open mine.
Do
All
it.
Dan,
right.
you got to open yours too.
All right, I'm opening mine right
Let's do
away at the same time.
We're doing it.
Yeah,
We're doing
they're
it live.
somewhat
Oh,
related,
my
but
goodness.
not really.
Real quick.
That's right. Fact checker. When it's her birthday, everybody wins.
Everybody wins. Seriously, she has the best birthdays.
Apparently,
We
it's
all
true.
have.
It's definitely a fact checker.
It is a fact checker. And definitely, if you're not a member too, stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of fun with the games celebrating the fact checker in the members only stream
Yep,
after
people
this
are
stream.
jumping in. Hobbits give gifts to each other on their birthdays, so there you
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
There
see,
you go.
I'm doing the tradition justice.
That's
All right.
right.
Or
Which
right.
one?
You are.
Which one do we open up first?
And then Skylark says,
What
"Happy
do you
birthday,
mean?
fact checker."
Well, I mean, I got the. Doesn't matter.
Oh, just open. Yeah, pull that
Okay.
out first, Dustin.
Ah ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha! Mary Poppins.
All
Nice. She got me boba. Dude,
Yeah.
Coffee
He got
boba.
us coffee boba.
I love coffee boba.
He loves coffee boba.
It's like it's not very manly, like I've said in the past, but I still enjoy it. It's coffee and boba, and it's fun. And I don't have it
Nice.
very often. Although we had it last week, and now we're having it again this
I
week.
know.
So we're having it quite a bit. But thank you, fact checker.
Yeah, you're
Double
welcome.
birthday fun. And then
Cool.
I got whoa, oh my goodness. The best present anyone could
Yes.
ever ask for. And apparently some people were in on this. I don't even know, but look at this beauty.
Oh yeah.
It is the $1 billion Boba Buck.
The
Oh my goodness, look at that. With Boba Fett himself. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Dude, that is
Oh
awesome.
no, I like it a lot. Let me see if I can
There's
focus
so
on
many
it. If I
details.
can,
Yeah, we might have to post an image of it.
Yeah, we might have to post an
let me
image.
see
There's
if I
so
can,
many details.
That's reflecting. in
And
the
if people
thing.
can read
Let me go here.
Arabash, let me know because there's a
it-
secret message in the
Uh,
Arabash.
oh, there we go. Look at that.
There it is, right there.
Dude, there's
people.
so much. Screenshot that.
Put it in the
It's-
cargo hold. Oh my goodness. Let's see.
There's so much there. It's hard to read right now, but
I
It's like
know.
it's reflecting everything because it's in a cool glass case.
that
too.
is awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
So
Maybe we'll
just
post an image and then you.
Yeah.
sitting, yeah. Basically, the thought was anytime you feel like
Because it's $1 billion. We're going to be seeing another $1 billion number next to a Star Wars movie in 2026. So I'm just leading the way with this. So when that happens, like, do they give me money for it?
you already have the
Yes.
money.
I already got the
I
money.
don't.
That's
you-
right.
I feel like
This
you,
thing is
honest-
legit.
honestly, of everybody I've seen online, I feel like you've sold the Mandalorian and Grogu movie better than anybody else.
I'm just trying to, admit what's the truth. It's the future truth.
Oh,
To be fair, I'm not quite on board with you with that,
Sound
but
cutting.
I'm not fighting you on it.
Yeah. Let's try it. There we go.
Said-
Now we're good on her.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go back and
Sound
we're good.
Might have been cutting out. They said.
When it went to
Okay,
you,
sorry,
when it went to the
guys.
fact checker,
Oh,
only when it
okay.
went to the fact checker, but it only went there once, so we're good now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right. We're good now. But yeah,
Um,
that's awesome, man.
That's so cool. Thank you very much. I'm very excited. That makes
That
me
is
even
so
happier.
cool.
It's one of a kind.
I see that, man.
Don't look too close because it's not perfect.
It's not her. That's okay. I'll take a picture of it. We can share it or something.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I knew about Dan's. I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
You're not
What
supposed
is
to
it?
do this
Well,
fact checker.
see what you think.
Oh man, is this? It's for Boba.
Maybe.
It's Boba Fett. Boba. Look at that.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh wow.
You gotta be kidding.
And
now
then
it's
so cool.
now it's way more manly.
With his helmet.
Yeah, on the other side. Look at
yeah.
this.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
got Boba Fett's.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah, it's
manly.
alright.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
Hold it out in front of you. Hold it out.
Okay. Look at that. Boba Fett is his helmet, and it's got Boba at the bottom, and it says Boba Fett, dude. That is it. The red straw and the green
Wow.
cup.
Isn't that
so
awesome?
We need to sell this as like an actual thing.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's being sold out there.
oh, is that why you found it?
Well, no, actually, so I'll credit for finding that to Merkins. So she
Dude.
found that after last week's stream of
Sorry,
you saying it's not manly.
That's so fun. I just said that.
I know. So she thought you might like that. So I'm like, yeah,
Take
we're going to do it.
Wait, so you and Tamerkins and the chat, the Gonkers?
Yeah, definitely. We ran with it.
Thank you, Tamerkins. Thank you, Fact Checker.
That's very cool.
Happy birthday to us, apparently, although
Mhm.
you're the one who needs the real gifts.
This is my gift,
so
hanging out
cool.
with you guys.
Yeah.
And saying I've spoken 100 times.
That's right.
Yes. You can do no wrong.
Mhm.
She can do no wrong. That's
And then
right.
Dan, yeah, your Boba Bucks or Boba Billion, Ben Bravo, he helped kind of come up with that. So
That's cool.
so another Gonker
All right.
contributed.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I know. It's so cool. Actually, whether or not the movie makes $1 billion, I always have $1 billion Boba Bucks in my heart.
$1 billion Boba Bucks in your heart.
So cool. Thank you. Thank you.
If it
Yeah,
makes
sorry,
$1 billion, dude, we need to have like a celebration.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
just
mean-
like point it back to when Dan says it.
No, it's going to be 9 months of reveling that I'll have after that because I called it so far in advance.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. But if it did happen, then I could be
No,
like,
you got to stick with it now. You
No,
cannot-
I'm not backing down.
Oh, okay.
I said there's variables because even in my initial passionate call for $1 billion,
Yeah.
I'm like, this movie should make $1 billion.
Yeah, you did say should.
I said, and it probably will. And then everybody's like, no, it shouldn't. No, it won't. And then everybody's like, you said it's going to make. But I am sticking by it. I think that it will. I think that it should. And that's the end of it. I'm not backing down. Now, I said there's definitely ways for them to destroy that whole idea.
Right.
But-
But let's get into it in a little
Yep.
bit because we're going to get to it. Don't worry. Also,
oh, yeah.
Fact Checker, also for your birthday,
Yes.
I wore purple.
Aw.
Nice.
Wow. Wow. That was like a spider or not Spider-Man.
Superman
Yes,
reveal.
that's what I meant.
It really was.
Superman. And we got the purple lights on in the background, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are in a Fact Checker
Purple mode.
purple
Purple
mode.
mode.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
Heck yeah.
No.
All right. Well, speaking of the Gonkers, the chatters out there is wishing you happy birthday. Who is with us
know.
tonight, Fact Checker?
They're all so sweet. So thank you guys all for the birthday wishes and for indulging me in these gifts and things, fun stuff. But yeah, we have Tamerkins hanging out. She said teamwork, but all credit to her for finding the cup. Because that was such a good find.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very
I
cool.
love it. We've been talking about that ever since we started having Boba like a year ago.
Yeah. Now,
That is
now
so
it's
good.
official. And she did say if you guys start fighting over it, you'll have to do Roski rules to see who gets to use it each night.
We need to do that again. That's been too long.
We should do a good Roski rule
Good
to
Roski
fight over
rules.
it. I
That
love
was
that.
Challenge.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yep. But yeah, we also have Skylark who
What's up,
jumped in. Thanks for being here. Wishing happy birthday. KG is here. So is her Padawan.
What's up, KG and Padawan?
Yeah, good to have you. Tony just jumped in. He
What's
said,
up, Tony?
y'all?
Thanks for
What's
jumping
up, Tony? Konnichiwa. Happy birthday, Fact Checker from Padawan.
Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
in. Nice.
What's konnichiwa? Is that
That's Japanese. That's
Yeah,
nice.
Japanese. What does
okay.
that mean, though? I
Hello?
forget.
It
Shoot.
means hello, goodbye, I think, maybe. Tony. What up, y'all?
What up, Tony?
Tony the
Tony's in the
man.
house.
Tony's the tiger.
It
Tony.
means hello, good day, or good afternoon.
Yeah. In
And
case
if
I don't see ya.
Good morning.
We,
Good
we
afternoon.
only know
good evening,
7
and good night.
references, but we're on them.
We totally were on. That was awesome.
That is awesome.
Did we miss anyone? I don't want to miss anybody.
Yes. Sonia is also
What's up,
here.
Sonia?
Yes.
We've got John McCarter here.
John McCarter back again.
Bismo said, missed those shops at my old place.
Boba
For the
Shops.
Boba Shop.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
We were watching.
Yep.
Yummy.
And let's
He also
see.
said the prophecy must be
yes.
fulfilled. And I do
Yeah.
want to address that quickly because, and we're going to jump into more Ahsoka season 2 here, but that was the title. And the prophecy, if you don't know, it's been going back and forth between Bismo's channel and our channel. If you're not a member and you haven't subscribed to his channel, go and do it now. Great friend of the channel, Bismo. But he ended up enjoying season 2 of Andor, which
Mhm.
we didn't think was going to happen because he didn't really love, I'll say that, he didn't love the first season. He liked aspects, but he didn't love the first season. But the second season, he did enjoy a lot more. So what I said though is that he's gonna enjoy, or we said that he's gonna enjoy Andor season 2, and then to fulfill the prophecy, I have to like Ahsoka season 2 more than I liked Ahsoka season 1, and that will fulfill the prophecy. So the prophecy will be: is Ahsoka season 2 going to be good? We hope that it is. So we're hoping that it's fulfilling the prophecy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Coming
our
up,
own
so-
prophecy.
Yes, it really is.
We're
Wow.
fulfilling our own prophecy
our own
that we're
prophecy.
fulfilling.
Destiny.
Yeah,
Your
it
own
is our own
destiny.
destiny.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Well, hopefully it's good, because that would be good for Star Wars. Even
Yeah.
coming off the heels of $1 billion film, Ahsoka goes good, and then they can take it into,
You just snuck that in there.
and then they take it into, what is it, 27 that the other movie's coming out supposedly,
Oh, Starfighter? Yeah,
Yeah.
27, yeah.
right? Which I don't care about any movie that year except for the third Spider-Verse movie, but
Wow.
It's
Okay. You're not predicting any billions for
Starfighter?
Starfighter.
nope.
Wow.
I got nothing yet.
Wow, okay. You never know what Dan's going to say on the show.
I haven't been on in a week, so
It's a Star Wars show, and he's like, Star Wars is going to suck in 2027. All I care about is Spider-Man.
no, I just don't care about it. Yeah, because I mean they're gonna move it around, and it doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't.
I love it. Okay,
We're
well,
looking at 26 in Ahsoka, so I hope Ahsoka's
Right.
really good.
I hope so too. But yeah, did we get everybody to fact checker?
I think Starman was also here earlier.
Oh,
I'm
what's
not
up,
sure if he's
Starman?
Here now,
We'll give you a
but
shout out.
Yeah.
And all you lurkers, if you're lurking out there, we love the lurkers. And by lurkers, we mean people that are watching, not commenting, which is
Yes.
totally fine. I do that all the
He
time.
said he'll be watching the stream later after I get back home.
Nice, dude. Well, this is for you.
And John McCarter,
What's
up?
Guys.
Happy birthday in a couple of months, John. It'll be right in time for the $1 billion Mando movie. I think it's a May birthday, so
Oh, my
Tony
goodness.
said for me, Andor season 1 was meh, but season 2 was amazing.
Yeah. I like how you did
Season
that.
2 was pretty good.
It
wasn't
was really good. There was moments though still in season 2 that I was like, but there was
Yeah.
moments in season 1 where I was like, oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And in season 2.
In season 2, and I made a bold prediction in the first episode. I'm like, these slackers that are like, this isn't Star Wars. Like, they got slapped in the face because they all came around to like, actually, yeah, Ahsoka or Andor season 2 was
Right.
maybe not peak Star Wars, but it did embody what Star Wars is and can
Yeah.
be and should be, and what it feels like to be in the Star Wars universe.
In a show format too.
In a
for what it
in
was.
a show format.
Yeah.
In that vein, you felt the oppression of the Empire.
It was
And
espionage Star Wars, so it made sense
Yeah.
for what it was. And
it was so good. If you
yeah,
don't
we
like,
even called out Theory on that too, and he did end up going back and watching it because not us obviously, but so many people, so many of his fans went and
well,
was
I
just
said,
telling him like, give it a chance, and we
Yeah.
were saying the same thing too.
I said, if you
Not that
don't
he
like,
saw us, but I'm just
I
saying.
said, if you don't like this, you don't like Star Wars. That's
Yeah,
what I said.
Dan is a Sith. I think we've come
And
to
it's
determine
true,
that
though.
Dan is a Sith Lord. Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
How many people did not like Andor? Find me 10. Andor
I could
season
say-
1 and
Oh, at
season 2.
all. Oh, I see.
How many
Oh,
people
okay.
didn't like it and
Well,
still like
what's
Star
his name
Wars?
from Den of Nerds didn't like it.
That's true. He didn't like one particular part about it. Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah. Well, he's out of the fan base.
he's done, even though he's the one who's been reporting on a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah.
But-
I'm sure it's reliable.
Actually, he's kind of come not around Andor, but on in some things, I'm surprised at his take with certain stuff coming up.
Mm.
I'm very surprised with his take for Starfighter, which is not even something we're getting into,
Right. And
how he was like mad about Rey in Starfighter.
Right.
Like he was
Oh.
like genuinely mad, frustrated, like yelling.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
crazy. It was funny. Anyway, but we got lots to get into. So let's jump into the question of the week.
Can you speak Bocce?
Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a
All right,
spirit.
shut up. I'll take this.
Shut up, sir.
Luke!
The question of the week is speaking of Ahsoka season 2, what are you most excited to see in Ahsoka season 2?
Yeah.
Like, what would get you to $1 billion Ahsoka show?
Yeah.
Since we're on the $1 billion train.
They'd have to put it in the movies.
Well, yeah. Fail one.
So it's never. Yeah.
If they got that many subscribers, though, or like Disney Plus, remember what? It's subscribers, right? Is that right?
Yeah,
What?
I think so. I
I
think
missed what you said.
When you
Uh,
sign up for Disney Plus, what
I
are
think
you
you become a
You're-
subscriber.
Yeah, probably.
streamer?
Uh,
No. What am I trying to say?
subscriber.
Who cares?
probably.
I
Yeah,
don't know
doesn't
why
matter.
I'm dying on this hill right now. I made that awkward. Anyway, what?
What are you most excited to see? Should we go to the fact checker
Yeah,
first?
fact checker first because it's
All
her
right.
birthday.
Oh boy.
We'll just
With
play.
everything.
Didn't you guys want to guess
Player
what you
music.
thought I'd be most excited to see?
Oh, we could.
We'll do that. That's part B.
Oh, sorry.
That's part
Wait,
B.
How? How is that part?
I don't know, but I only typed this in the queue.
Oh, sorry.
So
No.
I'm gonna have to retype it.
No, we could just have to go up there.
Oh gosh.
I know what you're most excited to see. We all
What
do.
do you think?
All right, Gonkers, chat, put it in the comments.
That's
What
true.
do you think?
Oh, boy.
All right. Yeah.
What do you think the fact checker's most
Exactly.
excited to see in season 2 of Ahsoka?
No,
All right, we
boy.
got answers coming in.
Yeah, they're good answers,
KJ
too.
Sabine and
It's
Ezra
making me-
romance.
Yeah.
Question my thoughts.
Making her thought her questions.
She's making her think her questions out loud.
More
Happy birthday.
Anakin is KG's answer. I think is more Anakin. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That
That's a
might have
great
been in
answer.
some of the spoiler stuff. I'm not going to say too much, but
We don't want spoilers. We don't talk
They're all
spoilers.
rumors.
They're
as
rumors.
Bismo
We
said
don't-
earlier.
Yeah.
they're
right.
not really spoilers, they're rumors.
Okay. And then Balin, but I don't understand why they couldn't dye his beard white.
Oh, because they got the his friend. I always-
He better look close enough. I mean, I don't.
They did pull up that image. Did you see the image of him
I
as
haven't
Balin?
yet. No. I
Okay.
saw some.
Yeah, you should check it out.
trailer thing of his, but
Yeah, you should check it out. They have images up of him as Balin Skull. He does look different, but
okay.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
if they might have a reason for it in this. I don't know how they're going to pull it off,
Mhm.
but I don't have high hopes, and this is a little negative, but Ahsoka season 2, or Ahsoka the first season bugged me, and it was something silly. But in Rebels, they put Ahsoka the White there, and she had a flippin' staff, and it was a cool looking flippin' staff. But in the show, where it's supposed to be the exact same scene, they didn't do it exactly the same way. She didn't even have a staff.
It didn't exist, Dustin.
This is dumb. I'm sorry.
Not
That is
canon.
dumb to me, and it is annoying because you can't even keep it correct from your animated show.
Right.
That's just one example of why I disliked Ahsoka season
It was
1.
disingenuous. And is that the thing that you're think that Fact Checker's most excited about seeing in season
No,
2?
no.
You guys went so off target.
I know. I'm waiting. Well, I'm waiting for them to write in stuff.
They are. They're writing it
They
in.
said love.
Love is in the
They're
air.
probably just answering it for themselves.
I think they're
Yeah.
answering it for themselves
So,
right now. We can do that.
I'm most excited for
it.
actual maybe some deeper lore expansion, which is what I was
Mm.
most excited about when we got to Peridia, and we didn't really get. We kind of like hit the brakes. So everything building to Peridia for me was cool. I was like, yeah, this is gonna
Yeah.
be cool because now we're gonna get new stuff and any options, and maybe there's like alternate realities or something different. I don't know. There was a lot of options. Have you seen Interstellar? Okay,
Yeah.
but they could have done stuff they didn't. So I'm still excited that maybe with the
Wait, why Interstellar?
well, because the warping of time and things that could happen. They
Oh.
could rewrite timelines. We were talking about
Oh,
that.
yeah. Okay.
And they didn't. They didn't.
Right, right.
They just kind of gave us another world. It wasn't another galaxy. It was just a random world in this galaxy. You know, and they had
Right.
little turtle people. That's fine. But I think I'm excited for if they give us the daughter and the son and the whatever phantasmagorical stuff that exists there. I'm not
Good
super
word.
huge into that, but if it gives me Anakin, if I can see Padme somehow, if we go back in a flashback, I'm game. Expand the lore. Give me some flashbacks. That's about it.
No, that makes sense. I think that is what a lot of us are hoping is expansion of the lore, because the season 1 for me, I think the biggest takeaway for me was missed opportunities. I think that was probably the biggest takeaway. They had so much they could have done, and they just
Right.
kind of kept it lame not lame, but kind of, yeah. And also just the disingenuous way they went from Rebels to Ahsoka. They just didn't feel like the same characters, and that was the thing that also just bugged me the most. And plus character development, the way they handled characters.
What
I
are
just
you most
disliked the
excited about?
Yeah, right. No, sorry. So, what I'm most excited about for season 2, yeah, thank you. You're bringing me back around. What I'm most excited about for season 2 is fulfilling the prophecy, where I really enjoy season 2 so much more than
Okay.
season 1 that it's going to change my opinion
Yes.
of season 1. That they will have listened to us fans, they've taken our constructive criticism, and they give us what we actually want to see. Which, for me, probably the most excited thing is. I think what I get most excited about would be a lead up in some ways to Heir to the Empire, but done well. I just want to see character development done well, and I want the Rebels crew to all be there, basically.
Yeah.
And I want them to feel like the Rebels crew that we knew and love from Rebels, at least closer. Obviously, things took place in season 1, but I think one of the biggest things too would be actually Ezra and Sabine, a romance there. I think would be great.
Yep.
And also, if they handle Thrawn well, and they actually make him like the Thrawn in the books, then
Dad bod Thrawn.
Yeah. Then I will really appreciate that a lot more. That would get me excited. But I'm still going into this open-minded, tentatively excited because season 1, bit of a downer for me. Though moments, though, I did really like the 5th episode was really good, but I just felt like ultimately it didn't really amount to much for the story, and that was part of my problem with it. It's just like you said, Dan. There's like you didn't give us a lot to really sink our teeth into. It was almost just like here's something.
Well, and then the love story didn't pan and where it should have. But.
Exactly. But what about you, Fact Checker? What are you most excited for? Can I say?
You can say what you think. Could be wrong. You could be wrong.
So, Dan, we know, right?
I think it's one particular person.
It's just going to be Iman Esfandi,
Aladdin himself.
Not Jar Jar. Oh shoot,
Jabba.
Jabba the Hutt. She's most excited for shirtless Jabba.
Shirtless Jabba.
No, not a.
Iman Esfandi.
But we think she's just most excited for just seeing Iman Esfandi. Is that maybe what it could be?
I mean, it's not wrong.
Okay.
Ooh.
I mean, he's hyped it pretty good. So
Yeah.
whatever his role in this new season, I am excited about.
Cool.
I think it'll be more impactful than the weird stuff we got in season 1.
Agreed.
Yeah, okay.
He's not bad looking.
He does. That's the thing about him. They cast well for this series. Like I do feel like the actors they cast for all of them did a great job. They look like them, and they could have been even better if they would have handled those characters better. I feel like they look like the characters. It was just the fact that how they mishandled them so badly, in my opinion. And it was Dave Filoni. That's what really shocked me because
Dave Filoni made a mistake.
Well, I mean,
Lord.
Yeah, but it was just his own characters. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, how did you like mess up your own characters so much? It felt like I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, but that's why I'm looking forward to this. And some of the rumors that we got, I am excited for in some ways. If done well. But what are the gongers? What are the fact checkers? What are the chatters gongers saying out there? We're all fact checkers now. Happy birthday to all of us.
Sweet. Yeah. Demerkins did say, Ezra was cast really well. I'm still not on board with Hera, but maybe this season. It's understandable.
Yeah, that one was a little bit convenient for
familial ties.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't.
Probably got a discount. I'm telling you, they saved $20.
Oh, but no. Again, she looked good. I felt like she looked good. A little young for me, to be honest, for Hera, because Hera's supposed to be kind of the mom of the group, and this is even 10 years later, and she looks younger than she did even in the show. But I mean, Twi'leks, they look good for a long time, so you can't really. But the other thing was also just how they handled her character. She just didn't feel. She was so sassy and snarky. It felt kind of disingenuous with certain parts of it. So
I like Jason Syndulla better than I liked her. But again, we had never had him.
I think that's why.
It was easy.
The one most true character to the whole thing was Chopper.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm hoping Zeb in this one and in the movie.
We
but
didn't get Chopper.
Yeah, we did. And Ahsoka?
Yeah, he was blowing stuff up.
Yeah. He was blowing stuff up, the robot.
Oh, wow. Okay, I need to rewatch this. I totally forgot about that. I was thinking you were talking about
my
Hu
point
Yang.
Exactly.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Hu Yang was a pretty
Hu Yang?
Yeah. I'm excited for more Hu Yang. That's true.
Yeah, dude. You're the Hu Yang tonight, the pilot.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah. Is that what he is? Yeah, he's the pilot. Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, KG also said, I'll miss Ezra's beard a bit, but she can't blame Fact Checker.
What was it? Oh, yeah. I can't
blame you. Yeah.
No, we can't. It's your birthday. You can say and do whatever you want.
For my selection.
Yeah, I know.
It is interesting.
Did
he have a beard? He had the beard in season 1.
He
and
did.
now he's going to be clean shaven.
I know. Yeah.
He wasn't clean shaven when he showed up back at the thing at the very end scene, was he?
Not
Okay, so
yet.
it's all new. So you guys have seen new images, and that's what we're thinking.
there was that leaked
early on.
I don't think it was leaked. I think they actually put it out during the celebration, I think.
Okay.
Or something
Maybe
like
I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
they
I
put it
saw
out
that.
there.
Mm-hmm.
He looks good. He looks a lot more like
Yeah.
Ezra in that with the hair. He was smiling.
Okay.
It looked a lot more.
He looks like he's having fun. And if he's having fun, that's a good sign.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, that really plays a part, comes through the character and the story.
Yeah.
Tamerkin's also said the Mortis part is probably what she's looking forward to the most.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. Good old Morty.
I hope
Morty.
that
Wow.
again, I just hope that we are not getting so excited about potentials and then they don't do them that we might be let down.
But there's so many rumors that how can
I
we
know,
not get it?
but
What are
again,
the-
here's the thing: if you subvert our expectations worse than what our expectations are, you
Yeah.
failed.
Well, and Mortis arc
is
is
that their fault or ours?
The
That's
Mortis-
definitely there still.
the Mortis part is
It's both,
a
but
tricky part.
It's very difficult.
Clearly, that's where they were leading at the end of the first season or whatever,
Right.
and it's like, okay, they're going there, but
Yeah.
like that was complicated when you watched it in Clone Wars. Like I still don't fully grasp all the silly stuff
was
that
weird.
happened there.
I didn't love that.
It was
to be
it was
honest.
very weird.
I
And
never
so-
loved the
It's-
Mortis arc.
But that's what I mean. But if they give us something that's lore, like new to the lore, and expands and it adds to the Clone Wars, maybe, or it adds to Anakin's role in the afterlife, whatever he is now, maybe that can give us
Yeah,
some
there's
new.
weird rumors about that too.
Right, maybe that gives us some new view of what happens when Force ghosts turn into a Force ghost, and because of the World Between Worlds, and because of the Mortis and maybe there's cool stuff that we can learn and get out of that.
Right.
And that's what I want from Mortis.
Yeah,
But that's what you're talking about. If they just give you some like,
Generic.
Mortis is like every other week there's a new dad and a new mom, like flip a coin
right.
or whatever,
If they
sister
play it
or
safe,
brother.
and if they play it
Yeah.
safe, because that's what I feel like Ahsoka season 1 was just like play it safe, don't go above and beyond with anything. Where it felt so different than Andor, because Andor was like, we're not playing it safe. We're like diving deep into lore and things that are going on. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot going on. That's why Ahsoka was such a, because you got a whole new galaxy, man. Like you could have set up.
Yeah.
I felt like they were gonna set up a different route that Star Wars could have possibly gone.
Mhm.
Like, why not? You could have totally gone on a whole new thing, because in this totally other galaxy, you could have a whole nother empire. You could have, the Grisk, which is like the Yuzhong Vong, when they might go into that. I'm wondering if they might still.
room for it.
And maybe they heard our opinions of it, but there's like,
Mhm.
I mean, what kind of structure is set up in that other galaxy? It's not empty, obviously. There's still creatures there. There's still other races. You could have set this whole big thing up, and then I just feel like Star Wars has been doing not a good job of expanding the universe, like you're saying, Dan.
Mhm.
They're keeping it so small that it feels just lackluster. I think it
Yeah.
doesn't give you anything to speculate on. It doesn't give you anything to like sink your teeth into with like, oh wow, this is like I want to learn about this
Right.
whole entire empire that's in a whole nother galaxy.
Exactly. And that is exactly the point. That is the crux of the sequels. That's the crux of a lot of the Disney Plus stuff that fell short.
Yeah.
Like they gave you some, like, even this is a disservice to kindergartners, but they gave you a kindergartner answer to certain questions that deep Star Wars passionate fans have been wondering for a long time, like Boba Fett getting out of the thing. Like silliness.
Yeah, but they didn't do it well.
No,
They followed the silliest
That's
way
what
to
I
do
said.
it.
It's
Yeah.
like kindergarten
Sorry. Yeah.
answers,
Right.
but it's a disservice to kindergartners is how bad it was. You know what I'm saying? Like kindergartners
Right.
are like, I understand more than this. Why did you give me that? So that's where the super fans are all like, "Psh, I'm out
And-
because I'm smarter than this.
And it's that's another perfect example. Legends was our expectations for Disney sequels or for Star Wars sequels.
Right.
And they subvert our expectations, and it's worse than Legends.
Right.
The Legends content, like Boba Fett Legends getting
Mhm.
out, way cooler, made way more sense.
Then again, it is
Way
easier
better.
to expand massively in a book or multiple books. It
Yeah,
is
but-
easier to do that than to deliver something that is going to make you
Yeah.
money with a budget. Like a book is just a dude in his basement for like 2 years writing. So it is one person with an idea running with it.
Right.
You make a movie, you got a whole fleet. You got Kathleen Kennedy, you got $12 left, and you got like who's going to act
Yeah.
the part. So you're always
It's done in a
cutting
committee. Yeah.
so it is true, but then we got the books, and you're like, and then they're like, there's no lore. Like we joked about that in 2019. Like there's no lore to go on. It's like,
That's what she said. Oh my
That's
gosh.
what I'm saying.
That
Remember
was the
these things that we
dumbest
heard?
thing.
It's not shelved. We have no lore. It's like these are the problems that us Star Wars fans have because like there's no lore. So if you give us something different than Clone Wars Mortis, or like completely different,
Yeah.
you're stepping in it.
You're stepping on your own stories at this point.
You already stepped on the end scene of Rebels, and then her, and then the different staff, and the whatever. And I'm
Right.
like, what is going on? And I thought they did fall in love with each other kind of by the end, and now they're brother and sister again.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're just
so
like,
weird.
get
like,
out. And now they bounce back to like them falling in love, which I hope for.
we're gonna feel like yo-yo, like.
Yo-yo
But I hope
Ma.
they do. I hope they, because that would be, I think, a welcome fix
Yep.
to season 1.
Surprised to be sure.
But the thing that they're not good at, that George was super good at, was just dropping like one-liners. Like here's a perfect example of this. Oh, I fought with your father in the Clone Wars. Like that line alone, every Star Wars fan was like, "What the heck was the Clone Wars?"
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody just like ran with it, you know.
Yeah.
But in like the Disney Star Wars era, we haven't really got that. That's really sparked our imagination or got us like excited. Other than I'd say some books. Some books I think have done a better job, but they don't do anything like that. Like that's just one example of like a one-liner you could do. Other than I'd say A Night of a Thousand Tears, where they actually said that and then expanded on it, and is why I really like that episode of Boba Fett. But I think we've gone off the rails a little bit. What did we miss? Anything else that the chatters were saying and what they were most excited for?
I think that was.
Did we cover it?
Pretty much it. But I did want to say, just kind of side note, tangent, not sponsored or whatever.
Yeah.
I listened to Star Wars Santa's stream this week, and he did a really good job explaining the Mortis art. Or I'm sorry, the father, the daughter,
sorry,
and
yes.
It is a Mortis arc.
Okay,
that's the Mortis arc.
Oh,
yeah,
good. I said it right.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I felt like I could grasp it however he described it. Not that I could say it as good as he did. So maybe go watch that. If you're curious.
It's very it was still George Lucas heavily involved with that. So that's why I think it still played off pretty well. But then you also had Dave Filoni creating a lot of that as well. So my biggest problem with the Mortis arc was just it went almost too mystical, which I mean you're gonna get with the Force.
Yeah.
But it just got a little just weird and like too far in some ways. And I even, not that I don't love the World Between Worlds, but the World Between Worlds to me in some ways is kind of, I don't know. I don't love it as much because it's almost like a fix-all. Like it's kind of like a crux. Like you could just use it to fix whatever you want whenever you want if you handle it poorly. And I feel like it that could really destroy the story of Star Wars if done incorrectly. So that's what makes me nervous, and Mortis as well. But if Mortis is done right, I think what's going to happen is they're going to have Anakin as the father, and he's going to be different, which I think fans will love. We'll enjoy that. But then also, if it introduces Abeloth, and Abeloth gets us closer to Luke Skywalker, and they have that going on, and they bring Luke into the picture and get us ready for Heir to the Empire, that's where I think they could really start getting us excited for
if they can connect things.
Disney Star Wars. Like, if they can connect it, which they haven't really been doing the greatest with lately just because they can't seem to get anything.
Can they connect it?
But yeah, so anyway, but speaking of Ahsoka season 2, or the first topic we have is it has wrapped. Filming has wrapped.
Crazy.
Already, which is crazy.
Because they just started like the day after Celebration, right?
They did?
But they're going straight from that to Celebration.
But the interesting thing is, as it says a whole life on her Instagram post. She said, "A whole lifetime lived. Thank you for being a home to us these past 7 months." So I thought that was interesting, and she had a picture of Pinewood Studios.
Technically started before Celebration. Oh, timeline's off.
I think what happened was they were there already filming.
Okay,
and then back. They went to and then went back. I don't know
around this time, but that's awesome that they're done already.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And cool. They dropped a few, kind of behind the scenes little nuggets. One of the Pinewood Studios.
She still has short hair.
No, that's from Ahsoka season 1. That's a behind the scenes from Ahsoka season 1.
Good.
If you go down, I know. I don't love that look either. But
There's
the
Ivana Sakno.
yeah, from Star Wars Newsnet. These guys are great. They cover Star Wars so well. So yeah, so that's the Pinewood. That's a cool. I've never actually seen the outside of Pinewood Studios, so it's pretty cool
very
to see.
image,
futuristic. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think they also put a little further down. I forget who posted this one, but it says and as for this journey, it only gets more epic. Rock on. And then it looks like an outline of Sabine and
Ahsoka.
It just says Ahsoka official, or maybe that's they tagged Ahsoka official.
I think they're tagging it.
It's got to be one of those
it's gotta be
two.
Natasha, right? Natasha.
I think
think
that's
so?
her again. But
Yeah,
I wasn't.
Okay.
she was the one that said. I think it was a rap.
Oh,
Okay.
And did she say the thing about 7 months?
Probably.
Oh, Richmond.
No. It was the. I think it was the girl who played. What's her
Shin?
Shin? I think.
What's
What's her name?
Ivana Sakno.
Yeah, I thought that was Shin, but I'm not.
Thank you for holding
100%
me
sure.
gently for 7 beautiful months. What's Richmond? Is that a
Must be
location
the-
in England?
Yeah,
in the UK?
Probably.
Sounds like an American term.
Oh, Tmerkins.
They might have done some on location shoots as well.
Hey, that would be a welcome.
I know that's what they
thing.
need to get back to.
Mhm.
Honestly.
Spend some dough.
That's
Make
why-
it good.
That's also why we liked Andor so much.
Yeah.
It's because they had on set
Yeah,
or on location
exactly.
filming.
Mhm.
They used it
Really
well
helped.
too. They
Yeah.
know how to use it. And they spent some dough.
Mm-hmm.
Andor spent some dough and it looked good. Why can't Ahsoka spend a little bit of dough and actually make it look good?
Mhm.
Right.
Nobody's sitting here like, well, Ahsoka needs to cut their budget. I mean, I think maybe
Well,
maybe
I
they
am
need
a
to,
little bit
execs.
after season 1.
well, how much did they spend comparatively?
But I mean, I'm all for them spending more if they're going to make a way better
Yeah.
story and a way better season. But based off season 1, I would not
Mhm.
give them any more money until they can prove themselves.
Well,
But it's also the guy in charge of. Sorry, fact checker.
yeah, no, you're fine.
Sorry, go ahead. What were we saying?
No, just the Gonkers have some good points.
Oh, yeah.
KG said, "Yeah, how is Sabine going to keep her hair dyed on Peridia?"
That's a great point.
And then also she said, "I think they're doing the Mortis hand symbols in that picture.
Oh, is that
You
what
know,
they're doing?
Of their shadows on that pillar? It might have been.
Oh,
the
it
Mortis
does kind of
hand
look. Yeah, you're
symbols.
right. It does
Mm.
look like that.
Mhm.
That is
Clever.
true.
Those
Good
silly
catch,
people.
KG.
Which would make Ahsoka the daughter. I think is Ahsoka doing the daughter's hand signal?
Oh dear.
Interesting.
I'm confused now, but I like that.
Yeah, because if you look at the painting from Rebels,
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up painting. What's the hand signals?
That is interesting. They're being sneaky.
They're being sneaky.
And I think those deer mean something too. Like how many points are on that deer? That's like a 30 point.
Wow. Yeah.
Does that mean they spent $30 million?
For
Exactly.
one episode, probably.
That's
Did they
exactly.
sign these actors and actresses
Dang it.
for a 2-season deal, a 3-season deal?
It could have been.
You know,
I mean,
it makes sense that they would want their availability. I'm sure there's multi-thing deals in, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
in the works. And then obviously Balin couldn't come back, the guy that,
Right,
played him, so they hired
unfortunately.
somebody else.
Rest in peace. He was amazing. He was
Mhm.
honestly.
He was like the
probably
best part.
He was the best
He
part.
was.
He was
He
the
had
best
the
part.
most
And Hu
karate
Yang.
toss.
I think the two of those characters
Yeah.
were the best from that
Yeah.
series, which is sad because in some ways, because you want Ahsoka, the main character, to be the one you're rooting for the most, but she was the most annoying almost.
And then Tmerkin
Yeah.
said, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tmerkin's asked, everyone is assuming that Sabine is holding Ahsoka's staff, right?
In that,
I think in that same
in that
image.
same
Hmm.
image,
Could be.
I don't see a
Mhm.
staff. I think that's just her cape type thing going off to the
I don't
right,
know.
but she's got her hand up. It does.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is. It's weird. I don't know what's going
There's
on.
some Easter eggs or
There's
some
some-
teases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tony said that was Natasha. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm with you on that, Dusty. It gets quite out there on the Mortis.
Which I think done right can be fine, but
Yeah.
it just when it starts to like Star Wars is still based in a semi form, like lived in.
Mhm,
That's the
mhm.
term, lived in. You want it to feel lived in, but once you start going a little super mystical on a lot of things and like reality starts to blur,
Yeah.
I think it's harder to that suspension of disbelief starts to
Mhm.
get even farther, and then you're kind of like, what? And how does this impact? And then you start having questions like, how does this impact everything else?
Mhm.
And if everything's being ruled by these three, like how it just starts to, you have to like, I don't know, you kind of almost have to just ignore all those thoughts
Mhm.
and questions, which I don't think is good. And that's why Disney Star Wars have been doing a bad job, because when you actually start to think logically about these things, it falls apart.
Mhm.
And that's not good, because Star Wars, for the most part, has had at least enough logic behind it
Yeah,
so that it was explainable. Like
you need
George
the
Lucas could
Firm
explain
foundation, yeah,
Yeah.
to rest on.
it. Exactly. So,
Mhm.
Yep.
Not sand
Anyway.
underneath your feet.
That's right. You don't want wavy sand like Mando or something. Okay. Also, happy birthday, says Carla,
Yeah,
to
thanks,
the
Carla.
Stay on Target fact.
thank you. Thanks for
checker.
jumping in, Carla.
Yeah.
That's right. Thanks for jumping in.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty exciting. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So that just wrapped filming, which was pretty cool. Which means they haven't given us an actual date for when it's coming out, but we're assuming it's going to be either summer or fall of 2026. Just for the fact that we got the movie Mandalorian Grogu coming out
Yeah.
earlier, right? May
22nd.
22nd is when Mando and Grogu comes
Something
out.
like that.
Or is it May 4th?
I think
No,
it's
I
the
thought it
end of
was April.
May, and it's close to
always forget. I'm not good with
John
May
Carter's
22nd.
birthday. I mean, it's
Yeah, May 22nd.
May 22nd.
12th.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah, which it was not the original Star Wars. Isn't that it was landing on one of them that they came out on. Sorry, fact check.
I think that was the 27th, but it's going to be.
close.
I think you're right. It might be Empire or something like that.
So
May 25th, 1977 was
Oh,
A
okay.
New
The
Hope.
25th.
it's close.
It's close.
Okay.
It's right around there. Close enough. That's Disney Star Wars in a whole right now. It's close enough. You don't need the staff.
Yeah.
You don't need
Empire
you don't need
Strikes
things
Back.
that actually match up.
Empire Strikes Back was May 21st.
The scar on his face. It's the little details
Yeah.
that it bugs me. Like, I don't know why.
I know, but this one's silly because they did Return of the Jedi on May 25th, Empire Strikes Back on May 21st, the other one on the 25th.
Mhm.
So at the 22nd, it's the same weekend is the point.
I
That's
think
the
that's
Star
what it
Wars
is, yeah.
landing weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes
Whatever that
sense.
falls.
That kind of makes sense.
You
You put it
know.
that way, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I'm not as upset about that now.
But the details are fuzzy, and that's silliness. That's why we like Andor. That's why good Star Wars fans that love to
Yes.
dive deep into Star Wars and really
Mhm.
appreciate the finer things that make you think about. They don't over-explain, but they
No.
just give you nuggets. Like
Yeah.
that's where Andor was a beautiful thing. It was so refreshing because that's what Star Wars originally did. They gave you nuggets, and then you're like Clone Wars, or they gave you nuggets about the dad or the family, and they didn't reveal it all until later on. Andor did it beautifully, actually.
You're right.
Some of the
That's-
best stuff ever.
That's a perfect example, honestly, because he cared about the muffins.
Yeah, I know. Right.
He really cared about the details. He
I
went
just like
into
that
the
line.
details.
He cared about the muffins.
You gotta care about the muffins in Star Wars.
What is your problem?
If you're not caring about the muffins, are you even a Star Wars
Yes,
fan?
exactly.
I submit that you are not.
Muffins is
Yeah.
where it's at, man.
Star Wars muffins, man. Hey, we're all about that here. Wookiee cookies. We like all
Yep.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boba.
Yeah. So,
Tony thinks August, like season 1.
yeah, that would
That-
make
That
sense.
could make
Yeah.
sense.
Good
Yeah,
fall
for sure.
release.
Except that it wasn't very successful as far as numbers go. So maybe
No.
they want to move it. Mandalorian dropped in November and December. So and Andor season 1 dropped. No, it didn't. But it
The
could.
movies. They used to have movies dropping every like December.
Yeah.
I think December's a pretty good spot.
Everybody's inside. It's cold.
Right.
If you have a little winter episode, you can
Unless
play
you
it
live
in.
south of the hemisphere, right? Then it's not cold. It's warm.
How many episodes in season 2, Dustin?
How many episodes were in season 1?
I don't remember.
8, right? 7 or 8. There was 8.
It was a silly number.
It
I
was
remember
8,
that.
I think it was 8 episodes. I think they'll probably do the same thing. 8
Okay.
episodes.
Yeah, that's silly.
Yes, fact checker.
Wasn't there some other rumors
Birthday fact checker.
going around about Ahsoka season 2 and even more shared about Anakin and Padme?
Yeah. So
Hmm.
Like,
I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about, but
oh, I thought I saw something more, or maybe this was Star Wars Santa talking. Can't remember. But yeah, that she's if she's in it, they're gonna be doing, because she might be Abeloth, and
Right.
might be doing a lot
Yes.
of flashbacks with them
Right.
together.
I have heard those rumors that possibly they'll be doing flashbacks
Mm-hmm.
between Natalie Portman and Hayden Christensen as
Yes.
Anakin and Padme again. And they're basically, I think what they're going to be doing in this a lot is going to be leaning into live action Clone Wars, because there's also been rumors that Ewan McGregor's in it. There was also a rumor that, and this was dropped, I think, Tyrion, what's his name?
Nerd Theory.
No, Den of Nerds.
Yep.
Josh, is that his name?
Probably.
I always forget his name. That's horrible. Anyway, he was dropping one that they heard, again, rumors that Baylan Skull does find him, and then they have a huge fight scene between Baylan and Anakin.
Okay.
And he's like the father type situation.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense. And I'm cool with Natalie Portman coming in as Abeloth. I mean, she's a good actress, and it kind of fits with Anakin. Again, it just depends on they handle these characters. You know, it just got to be executed well.
In some perspective, though, if you get a lot of good prequels characters in, you're going to get a lot of eyes on the show, because that is big names. You know, that's Natalie Portman. You're talking, you know, obviously Hayden Christensen stole the show in season 1.
That's why that was the only episode they put out in theaters, because they knew that was going to be the best.
Because he's a movie star. He's not a TV star.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm just saying, like, why would you do that? Natalie Portman, maybe she's been in a TV show, but she's known as a movie star. So, like, hey, can you put me in the movie, since that's where, like, I'm like big time, you know?
Yeah, I would be really excited if they showed more of them somehow. However they do it,
I know.
I think that would be. I mean, because that's kind of like for maybe our generation or the younger generation right after us, that it kind of connects back to their original trilogy. Not quite, but in the prequels.
Yeah.
You know, that nostalgia feeling coming back to the sequels.
That's perfect. Yeah, perfectly said. Because that's the age group.
Yeah.
That's the age group you want to target right now. You want to capitalize on that age group because those are the ones now that are adults that are going to want to show their kids. And if you're not giving them a reason to show their kids new stuff because it doesn't kind of fit, you know, nostalgia wise, then. But yeah, it's the perfect time, really, and that's why Episode 5 was so great because it was live action Clone Wars.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Epic, yeah, for sure.
They should have just done that.
Exactly. And I hope, were you going to say something, Fact Checker? I hope that the Ahsoka season 2 is the final season.
Whoa.
And they
feel like it will.
They get away from Disney Plus because clearly it's a failure financially and fan wise.
Whoa.
And they go to the movies. And here we are setting up Mandalorian. Mandalorian will take the fall of everybody that doesn't like Star Wars anymore. They're going to go to the movies. It's still going to make $1 billion. But it's setting up
takes the fall for $1 billion.
Yes, it's setting up the universe.
The cinematic.
If they're smart. And then they take all of these movie star characters that are now back in that timeline with Ahsoka. They put them on the big screen, and here we go. We can play with the Rebels crew. I think that's what they need to do. I think they got to get away from the silly 8 episodes. Tony says 8, sadly. I hope that's not true for season 2. But like Andor was just as many as they needed. It ended up being 4th. You know, they were going to do 5 seasons or whatever originally of Andor. Are you kidding me? Like, we're not going to fall asleep. We were falling asleep sometimes in season 2. And that was with good Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, but give us a movie that's succinct, 2 hours, 2.5 hours max. Not like 8 hours of like random fluff and creating false storylines that don't matter. And in a movie theater with Thrawn, you can do more. Maybe you could do it better. I don't know. Maybe it's, you know what I'm saying.
Movies, it condenses things. Movies condense things. Yeah. You're forced to cut out the fluff for the most part. I mean, you can still have fluff in movies for sure, depending on how long it is and what's going on. But like, you don't have as much forced tension in movies typically. Like that was one of the big flops. I feel like in Ahsoka season 1 was the forced tension between Ahsoka and Sabine that you didn't experience. It happened off screen.
Unnecessary.
It was
waste
weird,
of time.
Weird stuff that didn't matter.
Side arc.
Yeah, so I agree. The silliest thing though about it though is that we're going to start with Mandalorian and Grogu, which is going to be our jump back into Star Wars coming out in theaters, and then we're going to go to Starfighters, the next movie, which is like 30 some years later, and it doesn't match up at all. So they should, if they were smart, and if they actually probably were following, what's his name? The guy who did the Mandalorian Grogu. Now I'm going to lose it. Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau. Thank you. You forget everything live on air. I think that's what he was really trying to do. He was trying to do a Star Wars cinematic universe in Disney Plus, and I think his goal was to eventually get it to movies again, but during that time, 2020, a lot of stuff that was happening, it kind of made sense that they could do it in the movies, and they were trying to prop up Disney Plus, get more people over there. And if they would have followed his plan and not got involved and meddled and then kind of destroyed what he thought, at least that's my take. Again, that's my personal opinion from what I've seen and what I've heard in the background. Who knows what actually happened, but that's what it seems like. I think they could have had a great success. I think then you would have been seeing a Mandalorian Grogu movie coming out. You would have probably been seeing a you would have seen a Mandalorian movie come out. You probably would have seen a Luke and Grogu movie or Luke's movie as like the new Jedi Temple type thing, or the new Jedi Order. And then you would have still probably had Cara Dune in there doing a movie eventually with her and the Rangers of the New Republic. And then you could have been connecting them together. And then Ahsoka, same timeline, bring them in, and it all leads up to Heir to the Empire, which is whenever they all have to fight against Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yeah. I think that would have been the best, like Marvel Cinematic style Star Wars thing they could have done, but it just all got destroyed.
Well, and with that is what I'm saying. Like they can still get there.
Yeah,
they're building toward that with this weird jump. They did it all wrong, but. Right. With this weird jump of like Mandalorian season, it's in the movies now. Like, okay, all right, it's in the movies. Well, better do good.
Right.
Because like it wasn't doing good in Disney Plus.
Right.
And now Ahsoka season 2 should do good. But when you're getting all these, like you're talking, maybe Ewan McGregor, maybe this, I don't know what other rumor leaks have fallen.
There's so many.
But like they're talking all this crazy stuff. Like the cast is like 600 people. You're talking like,
yeah, dude, it's huge.
The Avengers Doomsday is like 50 people or whatever, like big movie stars. Like you're getting close to that for Ahsoka season 2 from what I've heard.
Right.
Do you want to share like some of the names, or is it leaky?
Well, I mean, I've seen so many. I don't know what's actually true and what's not. But I mean, obviously Natalie Portman was huge. The Ewan McGregor one was huge. But then I even saw.
Wait, Ewan McGregor?
That was a.
That was one?
That was a, like, I don't know if it was a leak. It was a rumor. These are all rumors.
Yeah. Okay, but I was joking about Ewan McGregor.
No. He's legit. We've been talking about that for, I think, over a year now, just for the fact that they were talking about live action Clone Wars. We've been talking about
maybe
that
I remember that
for a long time now, at least. And then what was the other one? It was also there was more rumors. I can't remember them all at the moment with other characters, but it was the guy in Thunderbolts, the funny guy in Thunderbolts. He was rumored to be a character in it. Yeah. There was rumors that maybe Callus might be in it.
I would love that.
And he might play Callus is what they were thinking.
I would love Callus to show up with the Mando movie and play off as Zeb.
Yeah, it would make sense. It'd be cool. Yeah. So, and there's more rumors though too, because there were some leaked images that did come out, and I don't want to spoil anything. It was concept art. It's more concept art than it is anything. I don't have them to show you guys because I don't know what we can and what we can't anyway. So, but there are more Night Sisters on Dathomir.
That makes sense because that's where Thrawn said he was going, and that's why he had to kill Morgan Elsbeth, right?
That's where it ended. Yep, that's exactly right. And there's an image of, it looks like New Republic people fighting. It looks like 3 Night Sisters, and they're in red.
Who's fighting Night Sisters?
New Republic.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like Hera's squadron or something.
Yeah, and then there's Hera, and it looks like they might be on Dathomir. And then you get the gold faced dude that really amounted to nothing in a season 1. His like general, I don't even know his name. And then Ahsoka's fighting like some looks like a big mechanical beast or something like that. And you get Hu Yang with multiple lightsabers. Whoa. That looks sick. Nice. That's actually what's got me most excited. And then it looks like maybe, I don't know. There's a bunch. There's so many. It's kind of hard to say. But it's concept art. It's not necessarily that this is going to happen. It was just some of the stuff that they were teasing out there or that got leaked. So, and Chopper's in one. You got a lot of different things. But that makes sense for Dathomir, right? I mean, like you said, Fact Checker, that's where they ended.
Enoch was Grand Admiral.
Enoch. I should remember that. That's a cool name.
Captain of the Guard.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to look that up.
You just knew it.
Oh yeah. In fact,
it's your birthday.
It's
That's how much of an impact of Ahsoka season 1 had on all of us.
Absolutely, totally forgot.
She remembers that guy.
But yeah, I like that idea. I'm almost wondering if one of those. Well,
that means Ahsoka and Sabine get off Peridia quickly, hopefully.
Well, no, that goes with the rumor of Asajj being back.
Oh yeah, didn't they cast somebody, or that was a fan casting?
Because they did that. Yeah, it might be. Was it Anya Taylor-Joy?
Oh yeah.
That was the other casting.
That's the other one. Yeah.
So she might be playing live action Asajj.
Asajj,
That actually
wow.
lines up because of what they did in.
Yeah. Bad Batch.
I mean, she'd be older, obviously, but
Yeah.
Or Visions.
It was bad.
What was it? No.
It was Bad Batch, and then they
Bad
explained
Batch.
it in Tales of the Underground.
Yes.
Tales of the
Yeah.
Underworld.
Wow, or Ventress. Yeah, Ventress. Yeah, so Tamergan's saying Ventress would be amazing. I'm cool with Ventress.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's like a Dave Filoni thing, so it makes sense that he'd bring his character into it as well. So I'm cool with that.
Ventress.
I'm cool with Ventress. Ventress is probably one of the coolest characters from Clone Wars, and an interesting arc again. But you got to still have interesting arcs for
Well,
the
she's
characters.
still probably got a beef with like Sabine or Ahsoka or something off screen.
Ahsoka, she would still have a beef potentially with Ahsoka, but maybe they might be able to work together. But at this point, Ahsoka's going to still be in Peridea.
Mhm.
You're saying that you think they might get back sooner, but
don't
they
Fact
don't.
checker knows.
They don't necessarily show Ahsoka fighting any of the.
Oh, I thought you said Ahsoka.
She was fighting something. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I'm just saying of all the leaks, leaked images that.
Got it.
Concept
Okay.
art images that.
I
Came
mean,
out.
I can't imagine them not getting Ahsoka and Sabine off Peridea quickly, because otherwise, then they're just kind of. I mean, the show's called Ahsoka. You can't band-aid it with all these other huge name characters not not interacting with Ahsoka. I
Yeah.
mean, that would just be a bait and switch, like you guys talk about.
Yeah,
But it has to be that Peridea is the Mortis arc.
yeah, it has to
It
be.
has
Yeah.
to be. That's
Yeah.
why Ahsoka and them were filmed. So that must have been the last thing they filmed.
Mhm.
If that was the final closing bell and that's the image that they showed.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't
No.
know what order, but yeah. But yeah.
But it was something with them together on the last day of filming. But it could have been anything. It could have happened in the
Yeah.
first
knows?
episode.
yeah,
yeah,
Probably
but
that'd be all they'd be allowed to kind
That's
of spoil
true.
or
They
tease.
would, yeah.
yeah. I'm sure they're
unless it's
selective.
Andor and they actually have quality and they can show you literally the last 5 minutes of the season in the trailer, and we have no idea.
That's true.
That's a good point. That's a
It's
really
like,
good
that
point.
changed my whole perspective on trailers. I'm like, oh, I guess if you know what you're doing, you can do anything you want.
Mhm.
And it didn't affect the story one bit. That
No,
was the
because
thing.
it wasn't,
It
and
didn't
also we
spoil
knew the
anything.
ending,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So we don't know the
Right.
ending of this.
So maybe
So,
don't do
but-
it in this one, but
unless you know what you're doing, you
Right.
know, because that's what Star Wars fans do. We're like, well, how many people were doing that during Andor? Like everybody. Like I watched
Yeah.
the trailer,
Mhm.
but I'm not like keeping a written log of shots as they show up.
right.
I mean, certain shots impact you, and so you remember them, and you're like, well, we didn't see the one scene where Billy was eating his popcorn, you know,
Right.
but some people do,
Mhm.
and so if they give us Ahsoka talking to Balin as the dad and blah blah.
Well,
What if Ahsoka bites the dust in this season?
it's possible. She might just become the daughter and
Mhm.
then Sabine goes from there. I don't know. That's a great question.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
There's so much that could happen. Bismo, thank you. And guys who are correcting me. Nerd Theory is the name of the show. That's Theory, Star Wars Theory, and
Josh from Den of
Josh
Nerds.
from Den of
Yep.
Nerds. So it was Josh from Den of Nerds. Thank you guys.
Mhm.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I forget everything while I'm live. I know who these people are, but I can never remember it. But the other,
Mhm.
yeah. So I mean, really, I think if we were to speculate on Ahsoka season 2,
Mhm.
I think it's going to be good as long as they are tight with the story. They don't add fluff or like forced character whatever disputes, which make zero sense.
Mhm.
And they keep it good, but it's definitely going to be a back and forth, kind of like season 1. I feel like
Mhm.
because you're going to have them on Peridea, and it's going to be the whole arc with the Mortis arc and whatever they're doing
Mhm.
there. If they go to Abeloth, so they're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah.
And then, which makes me almost wonder if they're going to have to go into a season 3.
Or like Dan said, or movie. I mean, there has
Or
to be
movie.
more to this. They're setting it up for something bigger and grand.
We
you
hope.
just-
Grander
Anyway.
thought.
We
You just
hope.
said there has to be more to this.
More to this. More to this.
That's how we should say it from now on.
That's right.
Yeah, but they also have to deal with Thrawn back in the regular galaxy, and then you have Hera, and you have Ezra, who's back now.
Yeah.
And so those characters we're gonna have to follow along with them. Will Luke show up? Will the main cast show up? And then if they're gonna be doing Mortis, then it sounds like they're gonna be doing a bunch of flashbacks, which that adds more time.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious on how they're gonna actually.
I think 2030,
Deliver on all
it's
this.
heir to the empire.
KG said, I think it'll lead to an air movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. It does
Like-
make sense because that's what he's been working on as well. We've also heard about that for a long time that Dave's been working on Heir to the, and they announced it, didn't they? They actually announced it. It was going to
Okay,
be called
wow.
Heir to the Empire.
Okay.
And
Which
that's
I
why
was like-
Manasfandi is super happy. Did it really take them 7 months to film season 2?
I think so, but that's
Or
what.
were they working
that's-
on movie bits?
I mean, it's possible. It just, well, I mean, we don't know what all they were filming, but it said a whole lifetime lived. Thank you for being a home to us these past 7 months.
That's
Oh.
crazy. And that's since, well, you said Celebration.
Is that they
They had been doing it
said
before.
He was no, I'm sorry. Dave Favreau said they're going straight from
Filoni. You mixed them.
Oh,
Dave Favreau.
yep,
Sorry. Dave Filoni. Yeah, you're good.
I've
You're always
spoken.
right. Yeah. Happy birthday.
So they were
I
going.
have
He was
spoken.
going right from Celebration to filming. Same with Ahsoka actress,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe some have already started filming, and that's why they're saying 7 months. I don't know.
Or they were filming something else, like
Could
to
be,
Dan's
could
point,
be,
if they were
yeah.
filming some of Heir to the Empire. That'd be bold and smart of them to do. Probably smarter than I give them credit for, to be honest.
Well, didn't the author of the books, the Thrawn,
Timothy Zahn?
Yeah, didn't he recently say? I thought I saw that once again. He reached out and was like, "Hey, let me know if you guys want help."
Yeah,
And they kind of ignored him.
that's what's making me nervous. I
Yeah.
do not like hearing that because Timothy Zahn, the creator of Thrawn, if you're not going to have him on as a consultant, I think that's why they failed in a lot of ways for season 1 with Thrawn.
Mhm.
Because they did not consult the creator. He knows how to
Yeah,
write the character.
yeah.
He's the one who created the
It's
character.
such a shame. I mean, when a lot of filmmaking and all of that is about collaboration. I mean, with so many different
Yeah.
people,
It's
how do you not bring him in?
because they're
I know it's
Yeah.
egos and,
There's
and
too
whatever,
much.
but
And licensing and dollars and pressure.
yeah, but it's about telling a good story.
Yeah.
It should be.
I know.
It should be.
it should be.
That
That's-
gets muddy, I guess,
Mhm.
sometimes.
So anyway, to
Yeah.
cap off the Ahsoka season 2, because we have more to talk about, but we're getting a little long in the tooth here. Are you guys excited for season 2 as of right now?
Yeah,
What's
definitely.
your excitement level? And let us know, chatters, gonkers.
Mhm.
What's your excitement level right now for Ahsoka season 2? Are you guys hyped? Are you mid? Are you like, we'll see? Fact checker, what are you at the moment?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, I mean, I like Star Wars and seeing new things, new adventures.
Especially after hearing everything we just did with
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
leaks
definitely.
and they're wrapping. It seems like they're wrapping at a
Mhm.
good time. They have a long time to do special effects now.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a year away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
mean,
good?
heck, they could even do reshoots,
Yeah, if
decent
need
amount of
be.
reshoots. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it good that we have a good amount of time to breathe before seeing it?
I think so. I think it gives
Probably.
them
Or
time
would it have
to
been
really.
better if they had timed it out so it was coming out this November?
I mean, I think it would have been better if they came out with
Yeah.
it this November because there's such a kind of a dry season, but they're filling
Yeah.
it with Visions and
Mhm.
Pieces
Nothing
of the
else.
Past. But Visions, Pieces of the Past we just had.
Yeah.
That's the two big. They're not big. They're smaller. The way they should have been big. They should have been movies. To your point, it's
Exactly.
driving me crazy. But then I feel like we're gonna have a real lull unless they drop. The only other thing I thought about was. Oh, we also well, that's not happening this year though, right? We've kind of gone over this a few times.
Yeah.
I always forget. But Maul, Shadow
No.
Lord is coming out
We
next
just- yeah,
year, as
yeah.
far as we're aware. I thought
Exactly.
they could drop that at the end of this year, but
Probably not.
I doubt they will. But
Mhm.
that's going to leave us. There's a big gap there. I mean, basically, it's from October 29th, so like November all the way
Mhm.
until Mando that we know of at the moment. And correct us if we're wrong. Maybe we're missing something in there. There's not a lot of Star Wars content coming out between those times. And maybe they're designing that on purpose so that we'll be more excited, to Dan's point, for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie that's
Mhm.
coming out. But just because at that point, we'll have months of time of no Star Wars content coming out.
Mhm.
So, I'm tentatively optimistic. I just hope they listen to us, and I hope that they actually deliver on some of the things that all the fans have been wanting. And they did say that for
Mhm.
now, were they just blowing smoke? I don't know. But they did say, it's all about the fans. I mean, multiple
Yeah.
times they said that. So I hope that means that they actually listened to our critical takes on this,
Mhm.
and that they will give us what we want to see for Ahsoka season 2, which, I mean, there's just a few things, really.
It's just a few things, really. We have
Right.
small
Not picky.
demands, but they must be met.
They must be met.
If they're not listening to us,
If-
listen to us.
If they want a successful season 2, I
Yeah.
think you listen to the fans and you give the fans what they want as long as it fits in with the story. Yeah,
$1
exactly.
billion worth of listening. Look, Dustin, your face is in $1 billion.
Whoa.
World
that's
between
crazy.
worlds.
That's crazy.
It's so reflected.
Dustin $1 billion.
Whoa.
Dustin $1 billion.
It will make $1 billion if you give the fans what they want.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And you expand upon that.
The fans still love
customer
these
base.
characters. These characters haven't lost their, the fans have not lost their love of these characters.
No.
Right? Every story is about a character. It's just how they're portrayed in
How they handle them,
certain
yeah.
moments. They're portrayed terribly. Some other films and shows and imagery even can do it. They're portrayed well.
Yeah.
And they've portrayed these characters well before. Just don't give us a subpar portrayal of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we'll give you all the money we own.
So are you excited for Ahsoka season 2, Dan?
Yeah, pretty excited, yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty excited. You liked season 1. Out of all of us here,
I held out hope because up until 5, the MacGuffin of Ezra.
right.
But there was warning flags. I mean, there were warning flags in the first episode. I was like,
Yeah.
this is snooze fest.
Yeah.
And episode 2 was
Maroc.
then Maroc, but episode 2, but Balin and Shin, I all I cared about honestly early on was Balin and Shin.
Yep.
Every time Ahsoka
Agreed.
came on the screen, I fell asleep.
Was annoyed.
Then we got to episode 4 in the World Between Worlds, which was fascinating, and the flashbacks. And then we got to episode 5 with the battle, whatever.
That was
Then they
cool.
made the jump, and you're like, okay, now we're talking. It
This could be
picked up
so
momentum,
cool.
and then it just dropped it
Fell off
into
a cliff.
and it kind of like floated again, and then they lost the plot. But it felt like they ran out of time. They ran out of money. They're like, well, we have to kind of wrap this up in half an episode.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? Like, why didn't they give us 12 episodes for that so they could properly wrap it up and
Yeah.
like not give us 5 minutes with Ezra and then not give him anything really that cool to do, and a forced ending of like fake battling on Peridia with cheap Thrawn.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
so anyway, no, I did not love
TV-style
Ahsoka
fight
season
scenes.
1. But I liked a lot of parts, like 4, 5, and 6. I think it was what it was that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And 7 and 8 were dumpsters, and 1 and
Yeah.
2 was pretty crap.
Yeah. Agreed. The middle was the best part. And
Mhm.
So
yeah. So, and we already got your take fact
Yeah.
checker. You're pretty excited for it.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
la-
definitely.
The last thing I want to say about Ahsoka season 2, if they do this, I will be excited for it. If they bring Starkiller in,
yeah.
I will be excited about that. Because
Okay.
that was one of my main guesses for Maroc,
Mm-hmm.
which they already crushed my hopes and dreams for that.
Yeah.
I say justice for Maroc. If they don't explain Maroc in season 2,
Justice from Maroc.
dumpster fire.
Oh no. the whole
Justice for
thing.
Maroc.
Doesn't
Justice
know
for Dustin Maroc.
we need this
Oh, my goodness.
prophecy fulfilled.
We do need the prophecy fulfilled. So I'm hoping it'll be great and it will fulfill the prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have to go Anakin
Other-
Skywalker on this place.
Yeah.
Darth
Oh,
Vader.
No. Oh no. Oh dear.
I'm just kidding. All right. So we got more to get to.
Wait, but we
Yes,
have
go
the
ahead. Oh,
poll
yeah, go
going.
ahead.
We gotta
Oh,
give
yeah.
the gonkers the answer.
Also, did we ever answer the earlier question that you asked them in the beginning?
Oh, that's what I mean.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
That's what we need to answer.
Do you want to answer that right now?
Sure.
It's your birthday.
Okay. So the question in the poll is, who is the first character to use the code name Fulcrum to hide their identity in Rebels? Now, this was a trick question, kind of, in the answers, because this name Fulcrum is connected to many different characters in Rebels. But the first one to use the code name, Dustin, do you want to say?
Yeah, it's your birthday. You say it.
Okay. It was Ahsoka. So for those of you that guessed that, you got it. You get the Wookiee cookie.
You get the
you
Wookiee
get the
cookie if you
Wookiee
guessed
cookie.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we did some research on that too,
have
just to make sure we were right. Because Callus technically did
as well.
Did as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Use the
So they're
code name
not
as
wrong
Fulcrum.
if they picked Callus.
KG said Callus.
Mm-hmm.
But
It must be the K's.
technically,
That makes
Ahsoka
sense.
was the first
Was the
one
first
to use
one,
it.
yes.
And then Callus took the
Yeah.
mantle.
Yeah. So Anakin
So-
created the Fulcrum.
In
Yeah.
Rebels.
That's awesome.
Like it's like that kind
Well,
of
they
stuff.
kept it suspenseful. That was the whole first season. They're like, Fulcrum this and Fulcrum that. We're like, who's
Wait, are we muted?
Fulcrum?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I don't
No,
know.
no.
Were we?
I'm not sure.
We're not now.
Hello.
It doesn't
Okay.
say
Yeah.
Your thing randomly muted.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
I love it. It's so great.
Silly computer programs. They do that to us sometimes. It's a
Yeah.
live show. You never know what's gonna happen.
I think I figured out why, but anyway, we're good. Yeah, apparently
Nice.
I should rewatch Rebels, KJ. You should always rewatch Rebels.
I want to
Every year.
rewatch Rebels. And what we're gonna need to do here real soon is gonna be rewatch some episodes of Visions, because
Yeah,
Visions
that would be good.
season 3 is coming
Vision.
out.
Do some watch-alongs.
Do some watch-alongs. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Perfect.
But anyway, we got more to talk about. We answered the question.
Mhm.
Am I missing anything
No, we're
else?
good.
All right.
That's it.
All right. And
See
then,
ya.
Wait.
I mean, we probably should with time, but we'll talk quickly.
You're gonna talk about the
Because there's some
elephant.
good stuff. Yeah,
So,
Oliphant.
so Oliphant, Timothy Elephant.
I love that name. It's so cool.
He's such a cool dude,
He
though.
is so cool.
Super handsome.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I
if I had
love
to say
that,
that, like-
he's in the news.
Yeah,
again.
dude. Timothy Oliphant. So recently, he was on. What was it? He was in an interview.
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street. Yep. A one, two. Brought to you by. Oh, he's talking to the Ringerverse. Apparently, he stated that he remains in the dark about the future of Star Wars character, and that he regularly checks up on Favreau and Filoni to learn anything he can about the character's future, including whether or not he has job security for upcoming productions
Wow.
in the galaxy far, far away. It apparently was on a clip. We can't really. I don't think we played it, but it's Cobb Vanth is who he's talking about, because at the end of season 2 of Mandalorian Grogu, does he show up in season 3?
Double check.
I don't think so, but
I don't
he
think
may.
so. He's a bigger part in season 2 of the Mandalorian and Grogu, and he's a cool character, and he's even in the books.
Oh, he was in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, in the book of
Okay.
yeah, also in the book of Boba Fett, and I liked him in that. He's got a really good character going on, kind of Wild West theme, but on Tatooine. I like how his character, and he's such a big, again, movie star.
Oh, he was in the second season of.
He is a movie star.
He's a
Yeah,
movie
he
star.
is,
Yeah, Timothy
yeah.
Elephant's been in a lot of movies,
Wow.
and he's a
Apparently,
handsome
I just
dude.
haven't seen him.
Mm-hmm.
Handsome dude. Like you put him out there, and you will get people to watch the movie. So I would say if he's not in Mandalorian and Grogu, if he hasn't heard about that, and a lot of this could just be
Being
NDAs,
silly,
and
yeah.
they're just being silly, and they're like alluding things.
Uh-huh.
I hope they have him.
Oh, is that him right there?
That's him right there.
Okay.
That's the interview where he's talking
Okay,
about it.
gotcha.
But yeah, if you go up, his character Cobb Vanth is right there at the top. That's him as Cobb Vanth,
Right,
and he's
right.
wearing Boba's armor because he found it, and then
Mhm.
Boba comes back to reclaim it in season 2,
Yep.
which is fun. That's a fun arc there, and he does a great job, like very Western themed, and he does a great job. I love it.
Absolutely.
So it would be cool. But what do you think if he's in this movie, Dan? Do you think it'll help us get to that $1 billion?
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt because the more you can throw on this thing to get one more person excited,
Right?
gets another person in the seat. And why would Star Wars release a film and not want it to make a lot of money? Now,
Right.
there are budgets to be
KK.
had. There are budgets, but she wants to make money.
Yeah,
But there are
not really.
budgets. There are budgets to be had, and they
Right.
had 150 million. So whatever it was, it's not that much compared to other
No.
films. So
Quite a
maybe they
small
don't have enough
budget.
dough to pay him. But if he's constantly asking about money, maybe he's a cheap get.
Yeah, if he just wants to see his character, but I mean, he does want a payday too. So let's be real.
Right. But
But-
he's talking about he wants to make sure that he's still included. So it's very likely. But who doesn't want to be included in this film?
Right.
Bo-Katan wants to be included in this film. Like there's been some,
Maybe.
wishy-washy whether or not she got asked. And
Yeah, they're all
obviously
playing
Boba
coy.
Fett himself was like, "Hey, I'd love to be in a Star Wars movie." That's my Boba Fett impression of the guy that plays Boba Fett. It's pretty bad. It's kind of like sound like my voice,
Tamora
but like
Morrison.
I was half awake. Tamora Morrison, yeah.
There's-
Can you do a Tamora Morrison impersonation?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's like New Zealand accent.
yeah.
So it's
That's what I mean.
I
Nick,
took my stick and he kind of talks like that.
Yeah,
It's almost
yeah,
like
very
harsh. Yeah,
I hit him
harsh.
over the head.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's kind of
It is
like,
very,
kind of
like-
disjointed
Yeah.
sometimes.
Just
Uh,
very
But-
Hey,
Boba.
separated.
But if they said Boba Fett's in it, Timothy Oliphant, fake Boba Fett's in it. You got Bo-Katan in it.
Mhm.
Luke might show up.
Yeah,
Ahsoka might show up. And then you say this kind of stuff, like that's all it takes.
Right.
And now people are like, oh, well, this is interesting. Even if it's for just a moment.
Mhm.
They're showing that they're trying to lead into potentially something bigger. Because
Yeah.
what's on a film, in a film, lives for for a long time,
Forever.
and so like a TV show, people will be like, I don't have Disney Plus, but it's like
Right.
a movie, and then that hits, like, oh yeah, I want to watch a movie. People aren't like, I got a couple hours, I'm going to sit down and watch an entire TV series and get to know this character. No, they want to watch him in a movie, and if they like Boba Fett, like, yeah, the last movie that he was in was the Mandalorian movie. You should check it out.
I think the problem though with adding so many characters is you got to have interesting arcs for these characters. And if you add so many characters in without interesting arcs, then it's kind of pointless to have them. And maybe why
but I
they
go back
haven't.
I go back to the hotel clerk in Andor.
Yeah.
They can be in 6 scenes and have an impact that changes the game.
Dude, his arc in that was better.
I
His
know.
arc was better than Rey in the sequels. Like that guy's arc was better.
Did he survive?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
But,
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the kind of impact.
but his arc was awesome.
Who wouldn't want to see Boba Fett on the big screen? People
KK.
don't realize still that he survived the Sarlacc pit. People think from 1983 that he died in the Sarlacc pit. That's the last they saw of him.
Right.
And now they're like, wait, he's alive? That would be like a new revelation that people would be interested to see. Cobb Vanth, nobody's heard about him. But because he takes up the Boba Fett armor, maybe they would get into it.
He was in the books as well.
Right.
But yeah, again.
But he
that's
has
not really-
connections to Cad Bane. And isn't that a
Right.
rumor as
Exactly.
well?
That he's in this?
Or
Cad
I
Bane?
thought, wasn't there some rumors about Cad Bane?
I don't,
Am
maybe.
I getting it confused with
remember.
Lego?
Yeah.
Might be getting confused
You
with
might
the
be. I don't-
Rebuild the Galaxy.
I haven't heard as many
Oh,
rumors.
yeah.
I think so. You have great points, Dan, and I
Yeah.
agree with all of them. I think
Yeah.
the problem, though, is that we're getting a long format, and this is why so many people feel so not enthusiastic about this movie, is because from what we've seen, it's just a higher budget episode or a smash together of season 4,
Right.
and that's why.
Which is going to be way better than season 4 and season 3, I promise you, because they're going to cut all the fluff.
Yeah,
and if
no,
it's
yeah,
and if
for
it's
sure.
good and it's a lot of action and it works, everybody acts like they've seen the movie. Like you've seen
Right,
like
no, you're
4
right.
maybe seconds of a spoiler.
Right.
And there's one really cool leak that came out that they showed at Celebration that looked incredible. I saw a half a second or a screenshot of that with Mando himself wrecking shop. I'm like,
That was really
okay,
cool. Yeah, they
give me,
should
like-
have shown that.
That's what I mean.
That would have
Give
got
me-
us so much more.
and
hype.
they will. They will.
Yeah, they will.
But that's what they're holding that back
Right.
because that's the kind of stuff that's going to get people pumped. Oh my goodness, it's like the one scene,
Right.
and that kind of stuff. And then you just get a little bit of a nugget. Obviously, they're not going to lean into a lame villain, but if this is setting up for a trilogy, if it's setting up for again, it's falling on its sword, setting up for the next movie, the Heir to the Empire.
It
then
might.
It
yeah.
doesn't have to be like the greatest thing since sliced bread. It just can't be trash.
Right.
It cannot be trash. That's what I said. Like,
Yeah.
why would you make the movie and then like make it trash? I mean, but Mandalorian
Yeah.
himself, season 1 was really basic, and it worked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Him and
yeah.
Grogu, and a couple of small villains. The blue guy on the refresher, like way too much. He kind of got annoying after a while.
No, he's only in the first episode. so.
But then you got a little bit of a crew. Unfortunately, we don't have the best crewman.
What?
Apollo Creed himself anymore.
Oh yeah.
we don't have
yeah,
Cara
that's it.
Dune,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that's-
So, but he needs a crew.
Yeah, and then so yeah.
So give me some Boba, give me some Cobb Vanth for a 5-minute thing. And
Yeah.
and everybody, as I'm saying, I push back because everybody's like, oh, we've seen all the spoilers, we've seen all the leaks. It's absolute garbage, and everybody's made up their mind that this thing is in the toilet and it's trash because they act like they've seen the entire script and they've seen
Right.
the entire movie and they've seen the entire scenes, but you don't know the tone and you don't know the pacing and you don't know the emotional points that they're going to hit. And if they hit a few of those and they give you a couple of
Yeah.
spoilers behind the scenes that Bo-Katan, Cobb Vanth, Boba Fett, Luke, then it's going to go bonkers. And that's all I think they really need to achieve. They just need to give us not Rey, and they need to give us not
Right.
sequel connections, and they need to stay as far away
Yeah.
from the trash that everybody, barks about on the internet as
Mhm.
far as possible. And then the thing will make $1 billion.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be trash. I just don't think it's going to live up to your expectations of this film. But again, we don't know. So that's a fair point. We've only heard rumors. We've only heard like semi-plot leaks potential, but that's potential. So we don't even know for sure. So there's a lot there that still could happen between now and then. And hopefully, since it is being a movie, it's just higher stakes. So I think that's why they kept the budget lower though, too, because I think they want to try and make as much profit off this so that they can make more going forward.
More movies.
So
yep.
I hope anyway. I don't know.
And then maybe it's not Cobb Vanth in this one, because that's what we're still talking about. Maybe it's Cobb Vanth in the second one. Or maybe it's Cobb Vanth and Boba Fett, and they're going to have this, dual, I don't know. They're going to, fight for whatever it is. I don't know. I think they work better together.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. But why not get Tamora Morrison? Just him being in it alone is going to make the internet explode. Yeah. Because the dude is so contagious
he's
at
so
all.
Likable.
He's so likable at all of these fan things that he goes to, And same with Bo-Katan. Everybody loves.
It's just weird that they're all saying that I haven't heard. Like, we haven't heard anything from anybody about this stuff. Was that just the line they told them to say? Was
That's
like, I haven't heard?
Well, it's weird that there's buzz happening in these various trades, but
is it? The red herring.
It could be red herrings. They could all be. They could all be involved. Who knows?
What was it?
Smoke, it
was Spider-Man: No Way Home, where Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield
were like,
we are not in this movie.
The film.
I mean, lying to people to their face.
And see, but the thing is,
and they did.
I almost wish
we were so mad.
I know, but I almost wish they would say that, because then I would at least believe they knew about it. Like them saying, I haven't heard anything from anybody about anything. It makes me almost think that might legit. Actually be true.
Yeah.
And then at least
it's Disney Lucasfilm,
right?
So
that's the big problem,
not Marvel.
No, that's the big problem. It's like, I don't think, like you said, they don't even know which trailer they're releasing for the movie.
That's how disjointed it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like the organization itself,
as disjointed as we are, I feel like we could have done a better job putting out some of this stuff.
That's the real problem. Like, it'd be different if the organization itself was somewhat reliable or there was some consistency, but nobody knows. Like Disney Plus doesn't even know. I never saw
anybody else talk about that, by the way. As funny as that was, everybody online was crapping on it and saying, well, why'd you put this out as the first trailer? And then not everybody's crapping on it.
But they didn't see that.
But then nobody pointed out on actual Star Wars website, it says teaser trailer. Why did they not put that in there? You would have saved yourself so much.
It sounds like a backtrack.
It might have been. It might have been after they got the backlash. They might have been like, "Oh, just put teaser on it. No, hopefully nobody will notice."
I don't know, because but it's not rocket science. It was a teaser trailer. When you make 9 seconds out of the 30, an AT-AT falling, we don't have enough stuff to show you guys, or we don't want to show you anything else.
Is also why people were concerned though, because it's that was your big moment, was a AT-AT falling off a cliff, and that just wasn't wasn't super exciting. I mean, it was cool to look at. The effects dudes were proud of it, and we're proud of the effects dudes for doing it. But it's also
I would rather just see Mando in a cool pose, in front of the sunset for 9 seconds, and Grogu they're just looking at each other, because that sets a tone. The tone when it's falling down a cliff is how dumb are the Empire? And why did we see that for 9 seconds? That's the imaging that they can't afford if they want to get to $1 billion.
And KG has a great point. Teasers are typically less than 2 minutes, and that's a really good point. I mean, the one that broke the internet in some ways the first time was for The Rise of Skywalker, and I think that was only 90 seconds or something like that, if that.
Because was that the one with Palpatine?
That was a proper teaser trailer for The Force Awakens.
It gave you a little bit
Force
of
Awakens.
Meat.
Yeah, it didn't give you very much, and everybody speculated for months.
Right, but it gave you tone, and it gave you because that was when
they're good at doing those.
Yeah,
they are good.
This was probably one of the most lackluster teaser trailers I've ever seen. And again, to KG's point, they're usually less than 2 minutes, and this one was over 2 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But I do also find it interesting. Tmerkins mentioned an app that is out there that it's a coloring app, and they're bringing in Star Wars pages basically to color on this app. And so far they've dropped some images with Grogu, and I think that's really cute and really fun. I'm having fun with it. But they're doing it already. So now here we are. What are we? 8 months from the movie dropping?
Right.
Whatever the math is.
Yeah.
They're already placing these nuggets around, I think, in promotion of the movie. So I like that. That gives me a little more hope that they're putting some marketing dollars behind it.
Right.
And hopefully the story is going to live up to many of our anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
excitement.
They're really banking on Grogu getting the same kind of attention that he got for the originals, first 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot. But technically, okay, the trailer, it says official trailer, but it's technically only 1 minute and 35 seconds, so it's under 2 minutes. So again, I guess you could say it's a teaser, but then it also just points out, like, why did you call it the official trailer then if it's a teaser trailer? Just say teaser, and on your own website you put teaser trailer. Silliness abounds. But I'm hoping it's good. We haven't seen enough. I think that's the thing right now. We just haven't seen enough to really make any predictions of how well it's going to be. Other than Dan knows it's going to be $1 billion, and we're sticking to it. Which it could very well be.
I said that it should. Let's clarify the record. I said it should make $1 billion because the Star Wars fans that have been the most excited or excitable over the last 6 years since they released a movie was Mandalorian, hands down. And then what took the cake after Mando season 3 kind of stepped on itself was Andor. And so then Andor fans rose up. Well, we're not getting any more Andor. That was the end, as sad as I am to say that. But Mandalorian we are getting. And Mandalorian is in the timeline of Ahsoka, and it is in the timeline of Thrawn and the potential heir to the Empire. We saw Luke in Mandalorian. We saw man tears watching Luke come out.
Yeah, and then they fumbled it
in the Mandalorian. Yeah. But the best thing that they've given us in the recent history is the Mandalorian. So that being said, I think it is due $1 billion if the fans of the Mandalorian come out and support it, and they give us something that's not trash, and they make it fun enough for the family that it becomes a family event. Because seeing Star Wars in the movies should be a family event. You should want to go with your family and friends to see a good, fun Star Wars movie where you stuff your face with popcorn or Mantel mix.
And that's from the teaser. That's kind of the tone you get. It's just more of like a fun, action-packed adventure. But
should make $1 billion.
Dan,
they've all made $1 billion except for like 2 when you adjust for inflation.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, sorry. But do you want to call out Christian Harloff right now, Dan? Because I still think that Christian Harloff saw our short or one of our videos talking about how the Mandalorian.
I mean, do any of you guys know Christian Harloff? He's a movie pundit. He watches all the movies, and he's got a huge channel and whatever.
We usually like his take for the most part.
We've listened to him since they did the Sith, or what was it called?
Sith Council
or Jedi Council, way back
at Collider days. Yeah, that was fun.
No, I've always enjoyed his take on Star Wars. He's gotten a little negative on Star Wars lately, as most have, because it's been mostly not good. But then, he called out $1 billion, and I think we were the only. If you Google $1 billion or YouTube $1 billion and Mandalorian, I think we're the only one that those two words go together. Because I said, like, this thing should make $1 billion. If they get the fans hyped, it's a Star Wars event. It's been 7 years, whatever, since any Star Wars film. And then he called out that $1 billion is people that are saying $1 billion on his show on one of his clips are loonies and they need to go to jail or whatever.
Locked up.
But dude, I give him a pass because I don't disagree. Like I'm not saying like all Star Wars. I think what he was referring to in that moment, if you listen to the whole thing.
No, wait, before you do
this. Okay, go ahead.
We're calling him out though here. And I think what we need to happen is have you and him having a debate about why the Mandalorian's going to do way better than he thinks, and why he thinks the Mandalorian's not going to do as well as you think.
Because I listened to it. You're exactly right, and I defended my position even when you guys sent that clip because the way he was explaining it, I think he was trying to find a middle ground. Like, where is the middle ground Star Wars fan?
Which is what we do for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I think we do. We do a good job. I mean,
until Dan dills in absolutes.
Well, Yeah,
It's Anakin.
but that's cumulatively we're in the middle.
Right.
You usually go one way, I go the other way. Fact checkers in the middle. So
Yeah.
add it all together.
Really?
When Nick was here and Matt, you all three went the same way. I went one way with the fact checker, usually in the chat. So
They
it's
went
still-
darker than me usually.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
definitely,
That's what I
yeah.
mean. So you were kind of in the middle. I kind of sounded in the middle too, but more positive.
Like, we try to be
Angeli
as realistic as possible, but
Mhm.
still hopeful.
yeah.
I think
yeah.
that's a good take on us.
But like Mandalorian season 3 was like red flags after episode 2, and it was just like Matt and Nick and Dustin threw it in the trash, and it was just. But it was some of the funniest
for
clips.
what? Which one?
Mandalorian
Mando
season 3.
Oh,
Because it was
yeah.
like, but it was some of the funniest shorts we ever made. Because they're just like standing around mumbling. We're all like I wasn't trying to defend like mumbling. I'm like, what are they doing? Like, why are we on some like? Why is? I mean, we love Carson Teva, but why is he just like on screen for like 10 minutes? You know, it's like get us back to.
That was one of the most awkward scenes ever.
Yeah, get us
Aw,
back
same
to
favorite.
going
We love 'em,
into
but-
Mandalore. You know, like that's what we wanted. We wanted the main plot. The
Yeah.
first 2 episodes were good. We loved the Dinbo, and then they got us off anyway. So like,
Yeah.
but you're right. We fall in the middle, where I think Christian Harloff falls in the middle. I would love to talk to him about it because he's not as excited about the Star Wars franchise. I don't believe but he does all movies, right? So he's not like half of his channel is dedicated to Star Wars.
Right.
He's got so many other shows and TV shows and movies and Marvel and all of that stuff. So I give him a pass at not like being
No.
super excited.
Come at me, bro. Come at us.
Yeah, but if he's but he thinks
We're not letting you off the hook calling
Yeah.
us out like that.
yeah, no, but I'm saying like I get
Teasing.
his point. But what made me laugh, and this is where I can call him out, is that there was a chuckle, like a nervous chuckle by him and the other guy that was on the show when they said, "Not going to make $1 billion. I'm not going to make $1 billion." It was like the way that they said that. I was like,
I agree. I heard.
"Are
that
you
too.
sure?"
Yeah, they
Because
were
the way that
questioning
you
even-
just kind of
yeah.
like sweated when you said that makes you think that it might make
Wow.
more than you would. Like what is it going to make then? Give me a prediction. How much do you think it's going to make, Dustin?
I think they said what they thought. I think they said
They were saying
thought it
mid
was gonna be
4s,
like
5s,
4 or
maybe.
5s, yeah.
Okay, that's still pretty good. That's what
Mhm.
freaking Superman just did, and that's what the last Marvel movie did.
Yeah, that's-
550 million.
That's not good though, actually, for what they spend on those movies because they spend like upwards of like 230 on
Exactly.
production,
Okay,
not
okay.
just advertisement.
But
so they
Marvel-
are not
yeah.
even they might only be making even and or making a very small profit
Right.
on those.
But exactly. So, but I'm saying, so you're saying that Star Wars is going to maybe match that. That's what they're saying. Star Wars is going to match that. Okay,
Right.
but they're not taking into consideration because they don't know where we are, where Andor is or any of that stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure he poo-pooed on all of it, Andor and the rest.
Oh, Harloff did?
Yeah. All
Oh,
of
he
it.
didn't like the
No, he
newer
hasn't
stuff.
followed any of it. That's what I mean. So,
Oh yeah, he's kind of checked out, honestly.
No, that's what I'm saying. And a lot of
He's
people
fallen
have.
into the Star Wars apathy, which
Right.
is a real thing.
So if from his perspective, the apathy is real. So only 500 million. But on the other side, when you're not apathetic and you think about it like big picture, the world itself loves Mandalorian, the Mando himself. They love Boba Fett. That's one of the coolest looking characters in all of Star Wars, besides like maybe Darth Vader. And so like, give us something cool, give us something fun. Like there are so many like way worse films that are making a lot of money in 2025. Although I will say that most people are a lot smarter now. Like they're not going to go waste $20 to watch something that they could wait 5 minutes and watch on a streaming platform.
I think that's
So-
one of your biggest, might be one of the biggest deterrents.
but
in
it's
some
not
ways.
because this isn't a small time like 2 people talking in a room episode or show. This is action. This is
Right.
like big IMAX action, fun. Like you want to experience it with the fullest of sound. You want to see Mandalorian flying through the air in a
Right.
ship, stuff getting blown up. That's what they go to pay. They pay to see Fast and Furious, and those movies are like a joke. And the biggest action movies.
Whoa, now he's just calling out all the.
No,
Wow.
it's just like popcorn fancy because that's what they want to see. You want to go to get entertained. You want to be
It's
visually
not
overwhelmed.
necessarily like plot driven, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be
it
like
doesn't have to be.
deep, because deep stuff. Now I feel the same way. I'm like, if it's like Dune, of course people are going to go see it in the theater. They want to experience the sound and the visuals,
Yeah.
and they're wanting. I'm trying to think the last movie that I saw, but if it's a Christopher Nolan film, I want to go see it in the movies because he's got the sound and the look and the IMAX, and
Right.
Mandalorian should do that, and that's gonna, I think, play in its favor.
Yeah, and you did a post. What was it? Just on Friday in our
Yeah.
social channels, asking for people to put their guesses
Yeah.
into how much they think this movie will make, because you had the whole graph or chart
I did.
of
I
the
did.
different movies and the revenue.
I just Googled it because I was
That was
just
awesome.
curious.
Mhm.
I was just
Yeah,
curious.
that was good. That was good.
Mhm.
What did it come out to? Actually, can you?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up. I'd like
Um,
to see what everybody answered. I forget
Yeah,
now.
there's some good stuff.
My
let's
prediction though, I'm not going as optimistic as you, Dan. I think
Yeah.
they're banking on the fact that the people that watch the first season or second season of Mandalorian Grogu, I think they're just hoping that those fans that fell off,
Yeah.
but still liked at least the beginning of it. I think they're really hoping that casual fans that see Grogu, they want to see cute Grogu back on the screen. That's all they know. They didn't follow the rest of the stuff. I think they're banking on those casual fans coming back to watch this
Yep.
movie. And if you
Mhm.
get the casual fans and can still potentially, but you still have to get the hardcore Star Wars fans, because
Oh,
the
for
hardcore
sure.
Star Wars fans are the ones that shout it from the rooftops and get all of their friends to go see it because
And
they
if-
want to
Right.
join in the
But
conversation.
it also goes the other way. If enough casual fans are talking about it and saying they're going to go, then the hardcore ones are like, I gotta know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It goes both ways. But
I
I'm
just
I'm
feel like hardcore fans aren't gonna not see it in
no,
the movies.
yeah, they
I
already
mean-
have our money. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, but hardcore fans, you're saying they're not gonna
Well,
like
a
it.
lot
They're
of
not
the-
gonna shout from the rooftops. So yeah, it's not gonna get rewatches. But I
Just depending on
still
how
think-
good it is. If it's good, it will. Yeah.
Right. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's not to their standards, our standards, let's be real, because we're pretty big fans.
Right.
Then we're not going to rewatch it. Like, we still want the experience though of having seen it with friends and family. We don't, but we're not. We're going to be like, oh my god, if it's like season 3, and we're like, why were they just, like, why was that plot convenience there? Why was that, like, we're
Right.
going to call it out.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we
yeah.
will want to see it when it happens, because we
Right.
don't want to be the only ones that didn't see it the first weekend, and all the spoilers and all the leaks and all the
we're
blah
seeing
blah
it opening
blah.
night no matter what. Yeah.
Star Wars it's an event, and so but again, the $1 billion though doesn't come from the passionate fans, and it doesn't come from alone, and it doesn't come from
No.
the casual fans alone. Where does it come from? Kids and families, but mostly kids.
Yeah, well, it comes from families a lot. But the thing is, the only problem with that though is PG, like, depends on what they're rating this movie. They have not rated
Exactly.
this movie yet. So if it's PG-13,
Yep.
I don't know if you're going to get, because some of the violence in The Mandalorian, it's quite violent. Like, I'm not comfortable showing my kids Mandalorian Grogu yet, because, or at least The Mandalorian, because
Sure,
there are
first-
some really,
yeah.
there's some stuff in there. You're like, whoa, okay, that was a bit gruesome. Like, I don't think they need to experience
Well, and it's
that yet.
heavy with Queel, and
But-
it's heavy with certain
Yeah,
things.
exactly. But if you can, but then you run the risk. If you tone it down, then it's not going to feel like that. So then I don't know. I think
It has to
personally,
target the kids,
I think the Mandalorian, to make $1 billion, it has to be great. It's going to have to blow us away. And if it blows us away, I think you have a great chance of getting $1 billion, but it's not a guarantee still, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But it's got to be great. Now, for it to make a lot of money, it's just got to be good. And if it's
Mhm.
good, I think it's going to probably hit. If I had to guess, if it's going to be good, I'm going to say probably 600 million is my guess. If it's good, if it's mid, I'm going, probably 400 million, 450.
Mm-hmm.
That's if it's just mid. If it just doesn't hit and casuals aren't excited, if we're not as excited and people aren't talking about it, because that's the thing. You got to get
Okay.
people talking about this movie and excited for it.
You got to get the parents to want to take their kids. You
Yeah.
got to get the kids to want to go see it too.
Right. That's the thing.
Like, I don't know, like, you get Mario movie, or you get Sonic, you get some of these other movies that have made $1 million or $1 billion, Minecraft, because the kids, or like KG said, like some kind of a viral thing that comes out that works in its favor.
right.
And you get kids, you get the teenagers going. Like, what else is it competing with at that time? Because of course the first weekend is going to be huge in the United States. It's coming out at
Hopefully.
the summer
Yeah.
season.
right.
But if it has legs, because it's, people want to see that moment again, maybe. And also, I think, to be real, like, we need, like, some of the economy to turn around the United States. Like, I think you need, like,
Yeah.
things to get better
right.
in this country, partially, so that people are willing to go blow $150 on something or
Right.
whatever, because it's like that alone that's
hurting.
mostly why a lot of these movies that are even good are doing not so well, because people are like, I'm saving the money, I'm going to watch it on streaming because I already pay for that. It's like, why would
Right.
I go do that unless it's something to get me off my
Yeah, and
couch.
I mean, that's even what's happening in Marvel in a lot of ways.
Exactly.
And Marvel, I think, is a good comparison to Star Wars. And I think Star Wars has done even worse. And that's why I am a little bit more skeptical. Although with a lot of there's also a lot of other more factors at play with the fact that Marvel's still been putting out movies this whole entire time, so it's not as special.
Right.
So
it's not as rare.
So Star Wars has that. But like there's been 2 solid, like good, I would say good, if not great, Marvel movies that just came out recently, and they did not do well in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
That's unnerving. And that's what's got me nervous, because I think it's not just, I think at this point, you're kind of getting Disney. People are just upset with Disney at this point.
Right.
And that trickles down to Marvel, that trickles down to Lucasfilm, that trickles down to the parks. And the parks are at an all-time low right now. I mean, interest in Star Wars is at an all-time low right now. Marvel, all-time low. And I think a part of that, though, too, is because people aren't just, willing to spend the money if they know it's going to come out in theaters and they can watch it at home, save some money.
Right.
If they know it's just going to be good, not great. People aren't talking about it as
Right.
much. People just aren't as excited about it.
But if you get a few positive reviews or positive early reviews, that can do wonders for it.
Yeah.
Because it is Star Wars. Like maybe people don't go the first weekend, but they're apathetic or they are casual, right? And then somebody comes up to them and like, you should go see that. Like
Right.
I said that about Thunderbolts, and I said that about
Fantastic
Four. I was like,
those are the
man,
2 I was referring.
Yeah,
to.
but I'm like, but Fantastic Four was subpar compared to Thunderbolts in a lot of ways, but it was still fun to see.
Fantastic Four, you didn't like that one as much?
Not as much as Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I
It
do.
didn't have the level of heart that I wanted.
But the element of family in
but
that,
That was done
that
really
one
well.
element,
Mhm.
that and in Thunderbolts, they were really kind of playing to that.
kinda.
But Thunderbolts was
Yeah.
even more about like, how do you handle depression? Like that
Thunderbolts
was so
was more
there's
mental.
lessons. There was
Yeah.
lessons in
deep,
both of those.
deep.
Yeah.
Like,
Morals.
Fantastic Four was nowhere near as deep,
Right.
but it had the tone, the family-friendly tone that you could show your kids. Like it wasn't super scary, like something like that in the Star Wars universe. That it has the tone. It's family-friendly. It feels like a fun time, but it's not like incredible, like blow you away. But I think because it's Star Wars, it gets a boost. I really do. I think it gets a boost because that's going to change the narrative on the franchise and, in the major trade, because not like some TV show that nobody follows anymore. Now everybody's already talking about, the movie itself, and the marketing is different, like Fact Checker said. So it could steer, like, I don't think, like, if it's as good as Fantastic Four, it's going to make more than Fantastic Four.
Possibly.
Because it's Star Wars. It's going to make, I think, double.
It should.
I don't know, but I want to believe that.
Because it's the first one in 7 years.
But Star Wars, even the movies had diminishing returns with Disney, Lucasfilm. And that's the thing that makes me nervous about it.
But how many 7-year-olds are out there that have never seen a Star Wars movie? They see some cute little Grogu thing and a really cool looking like fighter dude in like a jetpack. Like that's all they know.
Right.
Because their parents haven't shown them anything else.
Or
and they're like, that looks kind of fun.
Or the younger teens, kids that watched Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons, now are a little older and want to go experience it in theaters. Yeah, I get all that. And honestly, the Mandalorian,
that's your target market. Yeah,
I would argue that Mandalorian Grogu was bigger than The Rise of Skywalker, so you do have that going for it. But if, again, all the misses from now, that's led to so much Star Wars apathy,
including their own 3rd season.
Yeah, that's the thing that really I think hurts it the most, and that's why I'm just like, I want it to be good. I want it to be great. I want to experience Star Wars in theaters again. In some ways, I'm surprised that it is the Mandalorian and Grogu. It makes sense in some ways, but at the same time, you're like, this is what they chose to put. And then it was just strictly a business decision because they were like, what's done the best in recent history for our brand? The Mandalorian and Grogu. We've sold the most merch. We've had the most hype about it. These were the numbers. They are going by a numbers game is what it was. Yeah. And so then they were like, all right, well, let's just put that in the movie theater first. It has the greatest chance, but you still have to deliver on it. And that's the thing.
That's one smart decision. And however, it is very confusing because where the snap is season 4. Like, why would you give us season 3 if you're going to change the movie? That proves that they don't know what they're doing. But oftentimes when these things hit, like they don't know what they're doing. And for whatever reason, it just strikes a chord and it can blow up, and it could obviously go backwards. But they're due for some success. And I just think the success itself is just getting back in the silly theater. Like, get away from the TV 8-episode silliness. You're making incredible content inside of some of those shows,
right? But nobody's seeing it.
But it's
people
not
have gotten away.
They've gotten away from it, and it's not the format for these kind of characters. Like, it's the format for Andor. It's the format for a new series of Underworld or something like that. But when you're talking about big time, characters and big time lore,
I think just in general, no, I agree with you. I think in general, I just think Star Wars is not, at least the Star Wars that they've been putting out, just is not made for the small screen.
But Dustin, what about the Ewok shows back in the day?
Okay, well, those, so that, yes, definitely like straight to, those were not good.
Were those shows or
those were TV movies?
But that proves it though. Like it doesn't really work on TV.
Yeah, I mean,
Star Wars,
I think you can done
animated,
but it's just the way they've done it is not right. It's like they want to make movies, but then they stretch movies out to be TV shows, and then you're left with filler. You're left with not as exciting stuff,
right?
And that's one of the biggest problems. So it's just like, stop trying that format that's clearly not working, and just go back to making movies, because that's what you guys know. That's what you've been doing. Right. But I think a lot of that though was because they didn't have movie directors on board at Lucasfilm. They had Dave Filoni, and they were like, oh shoot, I only know the show side of stuff. I'm the creative lead, and you don't have a visionary that's done movies, because they burned every bridge basically with George Lucas, who could have been that guiding light to help them transition and be a great way moving forward. And that's part of the problem. So there's so many factors that go into it. Needless to say, we've been going on way too long for this, but we
had to address it though.
We had to address it.
You guys were talking about it a lot last week, and I wasn't there to say my piece. So
you were getting your piece. That's why I specifically put this in
$1 billion, and Harloff happened since then, and now here we are. So we're gonna talk. If he wants to come on the show, anytime. He's a busy guy.
Yeah, he is a busy guy.
Even if he just made a random post about it.
We need to clip somebody needs to clip this and send it to him. We're calling him out.
And send it to him.
He'd be like, who are these idiots? Probably.
I'm not calling him out, because I actually agree with what he said. But I disagree at the same time.
Okay, wow.
You are a conundrum to me sometimes.
He's Daniken.
He's Daniken. He's Danikening it up right now. That's awesome. But
I agree with what he said. Like, if you listen to the entirety of what he said, you don't cherry pick that he said everybody that says $1 billion needs to be put in jail, or people that say it's been put. That wasn't the only thing that he said. That's a cherry pick. If you listen to the whole statement that he said, it does make sense. And I agree with him that the crazies that are like overpraising Star Wars right now need to be put somewhere.
And that
and
was
then
more
the negative
point.
Nancy's also need to be put somewhere that want to see it fail. We want to be in the middle, and we want to see it.
And he said those are the ones that you should be listening to.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
And that's, I think, what Stay on Target is, and I think what he is, maybe. But this is it. $1 billion does, when you look at this list, does not look like a crazy feat. It just doesn't. So this is my empirical data that I found.
Yeah.
And so take it or leave it. Now, I'll gauge if it starts to sink, and my thing, and I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to stand on $1 billion, but I'll let you know.
Mind.
No, I'm not going to change my mind.
No, if it starts to look bad though, and you start to not like it.
But I'm a realist. I'm like, okay, they definitely goofed. There's no way.
Yeah,
now,
that's what I mean. Like, yeah,
but I'm saying as of now, going on the teaser trailer, and a person who's not seen all the leaks, I'm giving you $1 billion film, and in this sheet, that would put it above, according to this, higher than Return of the Jedi, which is kind of silly. I don't think it's gonna do more than $1 billion, like by a lot.
Because what on the poll? What did most people say? I think they.
Let's see.
Well,
it wasn't a poll. I'm sorry.
It was just
comments.
Yeah.
Matt said 500 to 700 million.
Mm-hmm. I think Bismo said 1.1.
Bismo said 1.1, which is kind of where I sit. And
I was higher.
Fact Checker said 1.2 or something like that.
What are you playing? Like, we're playing a game here, Jeopardy, or no, where you go.
Price is
Right.
Price is right without going over.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Fact Checker said, I think between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One.
So over 1.3 basically.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I like being in the middle.
If it's that's fair. I mean, it's not, but then I know a lot of people are offended that Force Awakens is the highest.
Well, but that plays to your
Hope.
point though in some ways.
Yeah.
The only reason that movie made that much money was because it was decent enough. It didn't blow everybody away, but it was good enough, and it was the first Star Wars film that had come out in how many years?
10 years or so. Yeah.
It was more than that. It was like,
well, wasn't it 2005 and then 2015?
oh. Yeah, you're right, actually. Wow. Why does it feel like a lot longer?
So you're
Time
talking
flies.
7 years and 10 years. So there's a drought in the film place.
Right.
A lot of people haven't seen the show, so they don't have the negative taste in their mouth. You got a lot of kids that are like, what is this Star Wars thing? They need to reinvent themselves. I know a lot of people that are young, and they're like, I've never seen Star Wars. There's more and more of those in today's day and age than any other time in history since the 70s. So, but are you going to get the old people to go watch it? Are you going to get the old crowd that watched the Star Wars in 77 to go watch it? No, not this movie.
Well, possibly, because at least The Mandalorian was more respectful to, at least the first 2 seasons were more respectful to what came before.
If it had Boba Fett in it, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. But I think part of the problem, though, nowadays is like people are so worried that Disney's going to ruin it that they like don't want to see like characters they love be ruined, because that's what Disney Lucasfilm had the MO of doing for the last 15 years or whatever it is. 12, 10. How many years have they owned it? 2012?
Was it 12? Yeah, I think
so
you're right.
13 years
13 years
that they've owned it, and they've had a bad MO of like, I think he said that the other day. He was like, not that we should base everything on it, but just the
well,
most
we need
popular is
we need the tier list. He's got the largest following.
He's got the largest following. I'm not saying he speaks for everybody. He definitely doesn't speak for everybody, but I'm just saying that it's an example of somebody who said, like, I don't want them to do this character because I don't want to see them ruin it.
Yeah.
Which I can understand.
Yeah.
To a
Solo?
Yeah. They kind of did. And that's why that one is so, but there was also so many other issues with that. But anyway, we need to wrap this one up with a bow and get to celebrating the fact checker, which we didn't do your celebration, but we will save it for. Do you want to do it now?
Let's do it now.
You want to do it now? Or we'll do it now. We're doing it
They're
now.
here.
We're doing it live.
Everybody's here.
We're doing it live. And thank you, Starman. I see you and Benjamin for jumping in.
Let's go.
You guys had some great points in the
did.
chat as well. Cartoons with complex world building and plots would play well for TV shows. Yeah, I think that's why Star Wars, the animated Star Wars, has done well for TV.
Yes, animated is a great way to go,
medium.
and that's what Filoni was truly best at.
Anime would actually be the best way to go,
yeah.
because that's what's popular. That would definitely get the kids watching
Maybe Visions is going to be a bomb. Maybe it's going to be awesome. Season 3 or whatever we're at.
Well, yeah, and then also it is confirmed that they're doing an anime show with the ninth. What was it called? The Ninth Jedi.
Oh yeah. That could be incredible.
That probably will, because that was our favorite one from season 1.
It's so funny.
So.
The anime thing is going to be in. People are going to research this for years. How that has taken over. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know why.
We know why. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
yeah.
But people are going to be like, why is that doing good and we're not doing good here? It's like, well, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but let's celebrate the fact checker and her birthday.
Oh, boy.
We have.
Oh boy.
We do have a candle and some brownies.
Makes me nervous.
I know,
'cause
which is really sweet.
I think
Thank
we're gonna
you guys.
hopefully not burn the place.
Yeah, don't burn the studio down.
Dan's gonna burn it down.
Oh dear.
Am I gonna like hand it here and then I'm gonna like transition to your screen? I do have a special look here, so
what? Whoa.
Look at that.
There we go. Why don't we just
Whoa.
do those candles so it's safer?
you want to
No,
do that?
No, you gotta blow it out.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
No, she's gonna actually blow it out on not camera.
Not camera. This isn't the episode
We
where
could-
we get to see you.
And I don't think so.
What did you
Video.
say? We have to
We
get
said
to
100,000.
100,000.
Yeah.
What color candle do you want?
Little
fact
ways away
checker?
from that, everybody. A little ways away.
Purple, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't even say my thing. Shoot.
What's your
Speaking of
thing?
which, subscribing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget to
Yeah.
like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about us so we can continue to grow this wonderful community together. What? Grow this wonderful community? Because with all of us together, we can make Star Wars. Butter, baby. And by butter, we mean better. If this is your first time watching. Thank you
That's
for
right.
watching. And thank you for being with us here tonight. If you made it to this point, you get a Wookiee cookie. We have
Yeah.
gone off the rails.
Off
but
target.
No, I mean, it's on target, really, but we've really expanded upon things.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. But we're celebrating the fact checker right now because it is her birthday.
It's a special
Very
thing,
special day.
and it's a candle and a flame. Live.
Okay.
So,
High and
Are
fast
you ready? Look at
is
that.
what I usually go with.
Nice
That's
bokeh.
cute.
Yeah,
Aw.
All right, yeah, this is kind of an old.
High and fast.
This is an old tradition
Yeah.
that we do here on Stay on Target. So you guys get to go along with us. You can sing it with us if you want. It might be a little weird since wherever you are might not make any sense for the people that are around you. But if you're with us, we are going to sing "Happy Birthday" song in English, high and fast, because we speak English. I don't know why I clarified that.
Yeah, that was funny.
Anyway, we're gonna sing it high and fast for the fact checker. It is tradition.
That's
All
right.
You ready?
Yep. I'm ready. I'm
As
going to
high
put it
as
on
we
the
can, as fast as we can.
high as we can, as fast as we can, within reason.
Within reason, yeah.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Set.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear fact checker. Happy birthday to you.
Nice.
R.I.P.
Good
headphone
job,
listeners.
guys.
Yay.
I tried pulling away from the mic.
You
She's
guys
gonna-
did awesome. I'm
did
going to
we-
blow it out.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
You heard it
She
here,
nailed
folks.
Did it. You
She
heard
did
it
it.
You guys
Fact
did.
checker's birthday. You have officially leveled up.
Happy
Aw,
birthday.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. Very sweet.
Yes, everybody's celebrating you, fact checker.
Yeah,
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
that's right. I wish this program would let the emojis come through, but
I know.
it doesn't.
That's a bummer.
I know,
Yeah, it is Fact Checker's birthday, John. Yep, and butter.
But
It lets not emojis, but it doesn't let our emojis through, but it lets other certain ones.
Yeah, probably
'Cause
because
they're
They're
custom?
custom. Yeah.
I got to figure out a way to make it show up if people
Yeah.
do that, because
that would be cool.
Yeah.
I could do the imagery or whatever. But
It's
yeah,
still fun though for people in the chat and everything.
it is. It looks good in the chat. I like
It
seeing
does.
our
Yeah,
little
thanks, you
things. I like
guys.
using them too.
And thanks for the brownies. They look
Yes.
delicious.
Yeah,
Definitely
and they're
enjoy
good.
them.
They should be good for you.
Yeah, I heard that.
Special
They're
custom
gluten-free.
version.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
Special custom version brownies just for the fact checker.
That's
that doesn't
right.
sound weird.
Oh gosh! Oh no! No, not
Gluten-free.
like that. Oh,
Not
dear.
like that.
Kid
Not like
friendly.
that.
Yeah, agreed. Zarimoto. They did a good job. That's my
Oh,
favorite.
man, my vocal cords hurt now.
Yeah, I bet. You need some more boba.
I do. Thank you again. fact checker.
Zarimoto said this is the best rendition ever.
Yeah, that was perfect. Love the candles, Dan.
Yeah. They
All
look
right.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Well, speaking of birthdays for Fact Checker, we're going to be jumping into the members only stream right after this. We're finishing this one and we're going to go over there. So if you're not a member yet, definitely join up. It is a blast. We have a lot of fun. And you guys, we're going to need your help in the members stream because we're going to be asking you guys a lot of questions. And it's going to be a lot of fun seeing if you guys can guess some of the Fact Checker's favorite things. So we're going to be jumping over to that here in just a minute. Do you guys have anything else before we get on out of here, guys? Dan,
I think
Fact
that's-
Checker?
No, happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
Happy birthday, Fact Checker.
Well, appreciate it so much.
Next year, even bigger, even
Oh
grander.
boy, no.
We're going to make a movie about it.
Oh gosh.
It's going to be in the movie theaters. $1 billion.
$1 billion.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
there's not enough.
Okay, she says the Padawan gave you a virtual tiara.
Aw, that is so sweet.
adorable. All right, guys. Well, again, if you haven't joined up, become a member now. It's only $1.99 a month. And even if you just do it for right now, we're going to go over there and have some fun. So definitely join up. We're going to jump over there. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If we missed anything, put it down in the comments below or in the chat right now. But we love to hear from you guys and what you guys are thinking about all things Star Wars. What's coming up? We're going to be covering it all here. Once a week, we are covering these things on this live show. So definitely tune back in next week. We got more coming up in the horizon. I will tease a little bit. We got multiple things happening in the future that we are very excited for. I'm not going to tell you what they are. Teases, people, teases. But we're excited for them coming up. And we're excited for Visions 3 coming up as well. So yeah, let's get the gonk on out of here and we'll see you guys in the members only. You guys got anything else?
That's it.
Yeah.
Was that a teaser or was that the full trailer?
That was kind of a trailer in some
That was the
ways.
full trailer?
I was teasing
That
all
was a
things to
lame
come.
trailer. Now you're gonna backtrack and say it was a teaser trailer?
Yes. I'm pulling a Disney right now.
I never know which one it is, Disney.
I didn't cap it at the
Aw.
beginning.
You said it was a teaser at the
I
beginning.
did say tease.
so-
I did say tease, but then I said a lot more than I should have. So
No, at least you know what you're doing.
half the time. Even us half the time knowing what we're doing would have been better than what they did.
We could write it.
We could. All right, guys. Happy birthday, Fact Checker. You are the best. We all love you. Let's jump into the
See you
member
soon.
stream. All right, guys. Don't forget to always stay on target.
I have spoken.